All right, guys. Okay. Yeah, we are live now. We are live now. If you are in the comment section, if you are here, just drop something. Let me know that you are here already. Let me know that you are here already before we start. I mean, it's actually going to be a very wonderful session for me. I promise you that. Then just confirm that you can hear me. I think we should start with that. Please confirm that you can hear me. If you are in the comment section, confirm that you can hear me. I'm right in the comment section right now, so if you are dropping your comments, I'll be seeing your comments. I want to be sure that everybody can hear me before we start. Okay, blessing. It's good to have you here. Blessing Okafo. Um, okay. I think it's right that we start. Every other person can also join in between. Well, let me just quickly go into a brief introduction of myself. Florence Uluwakemi, it's good to have you here. It's good to have you here. So in this class majorly, this training would actually be having like two major sections. The first session will be touching on CV drafting, how you're going to start draft your CV from start to finish, and the second session would be on LinkedIn optimization. I mean, this is a class that ought to have been held before now, but due to scheduling and all of that, that's why we're having this class now. So we'll try as much as possible to manage time. We have just 2 hours, and I mean it's a long journey. Yeah, it's a long one. Um, the person that will be taking us on the CV drafting is Tol'a Yusuf. He's an HR business partner with Matrix Energy Limited. And I tell you, this is not a class that you should miss at all. I promise you that. I mean, to start with, let me run you through a quick background. So I know you may actually be wondering, like, why is this class free? I mean, when you see classes like this, you are wondering, like, people are paying a lot of money to, let me say, to prepare their CV, for people to prepare CV for them, or maybe even to, what's it called, optimize their LinkedIn page. And you're wondering, what's going on? Like, this kind of class is free. How come? Like, what's going on? Okay, anyways, um, I'll start with myself, really. When I finished school, just straight out of school, straight out of university. You know, I was at a confused state. I must be honest with you. I didn't know where to start. I didn't know how to draft my CV. I didn't know how to go about it. I didn't even know what next, like the next step to take. I didn't know what to do. I was online searching a lot of resources, seeing how I can actually go about that. I know very well that a lot of people are also in that shoe right now. Yeah, I know there are a lot of recent graduates that we have that are just looking for how they're actually going to get their CV ready, how they are going to prepare themselves for the job market. What you will be learning from us today, beyond the CV, beyond the LinkedIn optimization, would be our own personal experiences, right? How we have been able to navigate from being just mere a job seeker to an employee. I mean, not just an employee. So just in case you want to, like, I don't want to like start talking about myself really, but if you want to have a clear background of who Shegun Marakinyo is, you can check me out on LinkedIn. Just search for Shegun Marakinyo. And you want to have a more understanding of, okay, who is Tola Yusuf, right? The HRBP. You can go on LinkedIn as well. So I'm going to be sharing a brief introduction of Tola. So maybe after that, we can discuss about myself. So, like, let me just continue with what I was saying earlier. I was literally confused and I was like, what's the next step to take? I tried to source help. I tried to reach out with people. But I can tell you, this is the stage of your life that, sometimes it's just really hard for people to say, okay, let me help you. Let me do this for you. Who's going to do your CV for you for free? But if you are like me, that I even always want to do things on my own, I wouldn't even like to like say, okay, let me give the CV to this person, except someone I trust. I mean, someone like Tola Yusuf, who has like reviewed my colleague's CV, my CV, and all of that. Those are the kind of people that you can trust and be like, okay, let me give this CV to this person and let's see what this person is going to come out with. So I always like to do things on my own. So that's the reason why I believe that that's the reason why you are here as well. You want to do your own CV yourself. You want to be able to optimize your LinkedIn yourself, right? I've had instances where even employer had to reach out to me. I mean, it's not because you are just sitting there in the corner of your room waiting for something to come, right? But because you have strategically positioned yourself to be seen, and not just to be seen, you have strategically positioned yourself to show that you have a value, you have what to give, right? If you don't, even if you have that value, but you don't position yourself as someone who has that value, trust me, you're going nowhere. You're going nowhere. Even you can be applying. I mean, Tolia will talk about how you need to really like work on your CV to make it in a way that when an HR is seeing your CV, or maybe when they pass it through ATS, that's applicant tracking system, your CV stands out amongst other CV, right? So, long story short, you have a lot to catch up in this training today. I tell you for free, like for free. You have a lot to catch up with this training today. And when I had the conversation with Zolia, I remember him asking me, so like why is this coming up and all that? Then we had to like go back to how it all started. It was like, okay, I'm ready and willing to give my own part too. I'm ready and willing to, give my own part, do my own part, and see how we can add value to people. So right now, I would be bringing Tola on stage. But before we bring Tola on stage, um, you would see a brief introduction of who Tola Yusuf is. I know you've not seen the face. Yeah, I'm very sure. And I know I've not said a lot, but I've given you like key points, things to expect from him. So this presentation I'm bringing up now will give you a clear understanding of who you are meeting today. All right, thank you very much, everyone. Right now, I'm bringing in all.
Make welcome Tolha. Coming on stage now is a strategic HR professional currently serving as HR business partner retail at Matrix Energy Limited, a leading downstream oil and gas company in Nigeria. He brings expertise in aligning HR business goals with experience spanning talent acquisition, employee engagements, policy implementation, and workforce planning. He has also contributed to executive level function, including leadership interviews and organizational development initiatives. Ladies and gentlemen, make welcome Tolha Yusuf.
All right, Tola, you are up now. Thank you very much.
Yeah, hello. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Um, Let me share my slide first before we begin proper. Um, I'm trying to share my slide. Okay, think it's done. Shegun, can you see my screen?
It's not up yet.
Okay, so it has been uploaded.
Okay, yeah. So I think it's just taking time to upload.
It's still coming up. Just say the same.
It's still the same. Okay, just a moment. Okay, so maybe what will happen is maybe I will share it from my hand. If you can
Okay.
share it with me quickly, yeah, very quickly. So I'll just share it from my hand so that people can easily catch up.
Okay.
All right, guys. Please give us a minute. I think he's having some difficulty in putting up the slide. So I'll just share the slide from my own end. I believe I should get it in 2 minutes or thereabouts. But in the interim, right? In the interim, um, okay. Let me just quickly mention this, right? Okay, it's showing. You can see it. Okay, can you? Okay, thank you, Odebumi Ano. Can you see the slide? I know you can see me, right? And you can see his own screen as well. But can you see the slide, Ano? Thank you very much, Ano. Yeah, I see that you can see him and you can hear him. But can you see his slide? He projected a slide. Can you see it? Just confirm. Okay, is there anyone else in the comment section that can see the slide as well? Okay, okay, you can see the slide. Okay, thank you very much for the feedback. Okay, I'll share the slide soon. Just give me a moment. I'll share it from my hand. I'll share it from my hand in 2 minutes. Okay, yeah, I have it now. Guys, just give me 2 minutes. Okay, all right. Should be coming up now. So basically, Tola will be speaking on your, will be speaking on um, your CV, the key to your dream job. Yeah. So, like I said, it would actually touch on everything that has to do with your CV. Yeah. So it will cover everything that has to do with drafting your CV from the beginning to the end. So I'm bringing up his slide now. Please confirm if you can see the slide. Someone in the comment section should confirm if you can see the slide. Can we all see the slide? Okay, great. Thank you very much, Elizabeth. Victory, you can see the slide. Maybe you might want to refresh your network. I'd refresh the page. The slide is showing now. Thank you very much, Jimo. Thank you so much. All right, so Tola, you can start now. I would be going off.
All right. So, Shegun, just to clarify, how is the navigation gonna look like?
Okay, so I can navigate from my hand.
Okay, you've been navigating from your hand, yeah?
Yes, yes, yes.
All
I'll be
right.
doing that on the back end.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. Um, Hello, everybody. Good evening. My name is Talha Yusuf. I'm currently an HRBP in Matrix Energy Limited. And it's so nice to be here. So nice to be here. It's so nice to share this moment with you guys. My experience, the trajectory so far. So, so today I will be facilitating on this topic, your CV, the key to your dream job. And this presentation is going to center on how your CV, can stand out, how you can get noticed, and eventually, get hired. You know, um, in today's world, getting a job can be very, very competitive, right? You know, when you get a job advert, and when you get a job advert this moment, when you check in like 20 to 25 minutes, you would have seen that a lot of applicants, a plethora of them have already applied. So how do you stand out? How do you get noticed and how do you get hired? It is understandable that you are a fresh graduate, you're a copper, or even undergraduate. To be so nice if you also have, undergraduates here, it will prepare them for the future. All right. So if you have any friends that you feel like, oh, it's an undergraduate, it's a copper, or a fresh graduate, it's not too late to share the link with them. All right. So let's get to it now. Okay, so Shegun, can we move on to the next page, to the next slide, please? All right, thank you. So what is CV? What is CV? I think there was a time I was on Facebook and I stumbled on a video where some people were asked what is CV, and some people were saying different things. I was just laughing like, oh, really? So there are some people that don't even know what CV stands for, right? So a CV or a curriculum vitae is a document that highlights your education, skills, experience, and achievements. It is your personal marketing tool used to show employers why you are the right fit for a job. As HR, when you apply for any of my job adverts, I don't know you. I haven't seen you before, right? But what do you do? What do you do to create this impression, this unforgettable impression that would make me want to invite you for a physical or virtual interview, right? So the key to that is your CV, which means that your CV is your marketing tool, right? So you have to create this impression that, oh, I am the best fit for this role, right? Because you would see that some people just see CV as, um, a one-way thing, like, oh, it's just for them to see my educational background and stuff like that. They see it as a trivial tool, that they can just overlook, right? But that is not the case. You should establish on your CV, invest on your CV. See your CV as the key to your dream job. Don't just see it as a document. No, it is just not a document. It's a brand. It's your brand. It's your professional brand. Your CV is who you are. You know, just you apply for a job where hundreds of applicants are, and your CV is just there, not properly aligned. Bad grammars and stuff. Right? I don't have time. The moment I see this impression that, oh, this CV is just there, I'm just gonna take it aside, because There are some, we don't have time as HR. We don't have time to start vetting, or once we see your CV and we see that, oh, it's not giving, we just put it aside and just move on to the next person, you know. So, and another thing is using the ATS, the application tracking system. So if your CV is not properly done, is not properly aligned with the job description or whatnot, it's just going to be set aside. So think of your CV as a professional story, not just where you have been, but where you are capable of doing, right? Okay, you are a fresh graduate now. You're hoping on becoming, or you're hoping on working for a reputable organization. Let's say, the big fours, likes of KPMG, PwC, Deloitte, and the likes. You're a fresh graduate now, but you are looking at working for these companies, right? So you have to see your CV as your professional story. This is where you are currently, but see your CV as the tool that will take you to where you are going. That's on that. Shegun, can we? All right, thank you. So why your CV matters? Your CV is your first impression, just as I have said earlier. It is this impression you make on the recruiter, right? Make it powerful by putting your good foot first. All right. So what I mean by this is I'm always advising people, right? When you are working on your CV, you have got to put your good foot first. Let's say um you're applying for sorry, excuse me. Let's say you're applying for an HR internship role, right? And you're a fresh graduate. Maybe you actually did this during your undergraduate program, because I know that there are some schools that that organize a SciWest program or internships for their undergraduate, maybe probably during their 300 level or 400 level time, right? So maybe you actually did this during that time, and you eventually graduated, and you stumbled on the job adverts that requires the experience of an HR intern or whatnot. You have got to put this first, right? Just there is no permanent order, as to how to arrange your CV. So put what would impress the recruiter first. Even after your professional summary, even if the work experience comes first, because you see that the work experience is one of your powerful foots, right? You put it first. Oh, HR intern, PwC, 3 months stuff, you put it there. Or you graduated, as a first class graduate, the school name, first class. So put your good foot first. So the moment I open your CV, and the first thing I'm seeing, are kind of impressive. Trust me, I wouldn't be so quick to put it aside. I would still want to check. It would increase my curiosity as to, oh, okay, who's this person. So put your good foot first. All right. So secondly, recruiters spend 6 to 10 seconds scanning your CV. I've said this. No time. So that is why you have to put your good foot first, so that you are holding the recruiter, you are holding him or her that, oh, okay, please stay, check my CV well, don't miss me out, right? Don't miss out on this talent, all right? So that's on that, all right? So this emphasizes on why you should also always put your good foot first and invest well on your CV, all right? Then it is your professional marketing tool, exactly. You have to market yourself. I don't know you. I've said this. I don't know you. But how do you market yourself to me that, to see that, this person, Oga, you've got to, meet this person virtually or, physically to know, what they can offer. All right. So that's on that. So Shegun, can we move, please? All right. So the current, these are the common CV myths, and these are really, really misguided people. Some people have. It's so funny that CV has been something that people just take with levity, right? Which is not. which is not. So the first thing about the common CV myth so far is that you need experience to have a great CV. That's a lie. That's a lie. Look at this program. This program or this webinar is targeted to new graduates, right? Corpers or undergraduates. Where's the experience? No. So you don't need that experience to have a great CV. We are still going to come to that. We are still going to come to that. So, but don't see it as, oh, by force, by fire. You have to have this experience before you can work on your CV. That's a lie. That's a lie. But we'll get into that more, right? Then secondly, a CV is only for job seekers. No, it is not only for job seekers. A CV is like your brand, right? It is who you are. Okay, maybe an organization, wants the help of a consultant or something, or you just want to know your professional trajectory so far. A CV will stand for that. Just imagine, you having a CV that is not nice, and you are sending it to people to see. I'll be like, what is this? They ain't gonna spend more time on that. You're just gonna put it aside, and that's it. So, and another thing is that one CV fits all job. Don't see it as that. One CV fits all job. Nah, you have to align every job you are applying to the CV you want to use. All right. You want to apply for a customer service job, right? You have to tailor your CV to the customer service role. Because you see that I will be checking, I've received CVs for a particular role, let's say like customer service role, for example, right? And when you are going through the CV, you see teacher at Erunwe Secondary School. That's a teacher for a customer service role. Then you see bar attendant. That one too can still, let's say, a teacher, a customer service CV. Then another person will put what else? What other role can they put? A musician. Some kind of responsibilities that don't even align, with the job. You have to look at it, and everything you are going to put in that CV has to be tailored towards the customer service. All right. So there are ways you package your CVs that would make it stand out. All right. We'll get to that. No, Shagun, please still go back. All right. Then fancy design. Some people would have different colors, color rioting, on their CVs, blue, black, Some people will even put their picture. Why? Why do you want me to see your picture? To see that we are alike or what? We don't. That's not the key. It is the content that is the cocoa, not your CV. Putting different colors on or whatnot. That's not the case here. Then the next thing is you need to reveal all relevant information on your CV, such as marital status. What's our business? You are married, you are single. What do we do with that? We don't need it. Your age, as per what? However, there are some cases where, especially for this stage, as a fresh graduate or undergraduate or whatnot, right? Some job may require an age bracket, right? So in this case, you can add your age so that the recruiter will see that, okay, you are within the acceptable age range, right? But if that is not the case, we don't need your age. We don't need your marital status. We don't need your state of origin. We don't need your religion. Adding this would even, place you at a dangerous situation. Because just take, for instance, you added the state of origin or religion, on your CV, and the recruiter, say, discriminates or is tribalistic or whatnot, right? And see that this person is from Ijebu-Ode. This one will be selfish. I cannot recruit this one. This one is a Muslim. Oh, I don't want Muslim. Oh, this Christian I want to. These things put you at a disadvantage. All right. So, Shagun, please let's move on. All right. So, the actual truth about your CV, you need relevance, not years. As I have said, not the work experience part that this. No, relevance. How relevant um is your how will I put it? Your achievement, or all the activities you have done. How relevant are they? You understand? To the job you're applying for, right? You might not really have the required, years of experience that they need. All right. Okay, fine. For elementary, for entry level roles, right? They don't need the years of experience. They just want to see how prepared you are. Is this person willing to learn, right? Is this person, okay? Is this person, how do I put this? Okay, so does this person, invest on him or herself, to grow better, and of course they want to see how you comport yourself. They want to see how you speak, your communication skills. These are things, and the leadership roles, you have taken, in the past. Your hard skills, your soft skills, you know these are things that will come to play, that would give the recruiter an impression that, okay, this person has this soft skill, okay, this person has this, hard skill, okay, this person has taken these leadership roles, okay, this person has volunteered in this social place, okay, these are the achievements when I was this, when I was that, okay, when doing my NYSC I was the leader for this syndicate or CDS group or whatnot. These are the things I did. Okay, during my final year project, I I I worked on a project, and this was what I did. Your achievements so far. So these are things that should be included, on your CV. All right. Then secondly, customize for every role. As I have said earlier, if you are applying for a customer service role, okay, you have to gear your CV towards that. All right, package your CV um towards that particular job advert. All right, and how do you do that? For every job advert you see, there are job descriptions, as to what are those things expected of you, right? So what do? You have to look at those job descriptions and see how you can, incorporate them on your CV to make it stand out. And of course, you have to still check the keywords that are being used there. All right. Okay, these are the keywords. Okay. So that when the organization is using an application tracking system and you have incorporated those things you have on that job advert to your CV, it will be able to like shortlist you, you know. So that is why you cannot use one CV for everything. No. If you're actually serious about getting a job or about, getting that dream job, you have to sit down and look at those job adverts and, okay, incorporate them. Some people will be like, I've applied, nothing. No, you have to like be strategic, about the application. That's on that. Then clear and relevant. Okay, I think I've covered that. Then a CV is your professional brand. See it as as a brand. And of course, nobody would want his or her brand to be defaced, right? So you have to see yourself as a brand ambassador. See yourself as a brand ambassador, and everything it takes to um make yourself relevant, make yourself that person that organization wants. You have to be worthy, of of such. All right. So Shagun, let's move on, please. So what recruiters actually look for. All right. So relevant to the role, I've said this. The keywords, the industry terms. So you can find this on the job adverts, right? You take your time to incorporate them in your CV, all right? Then clear structure, grammar, and formatting. Please, there are some CVs that you will see like this and you'll be wondering, this person a graduate at all, right? You know, you have to. So I know that some will just go to a business cafe and, oh, guy, please, oh, I want to see you, you know. And those ones, they're after their money. So they are just, okay, just find one random template and just work on it for you, and that's it, you know. So you have to look at the grammars. Oh, okay, is this spelling okay? Is it correct? You know, the structure, okay, how is the structure like? Is it pleasing, right? The formatting as well. Some people, even in the alignment, you see that, kilele, what's this? You know, instead of all the content you have on your CV to be properly aligned, you know, more like on a vertical structure, you know, you see some will be, you know, the indent is not well aligned, some will be inside, some will be outside. You know, these are things you look at, right? Then demonstrated skills, hard and soft, relevant to the role. So when you are adding skills on your CV, ensure that the skill, you know, is relevant to that role. Some people, you see skill, you can dance. As how now you want to dance as far. So how is dance, you know, in relation to the job you are? So you are telling us that if we are taking you as an intern, you know, or as an accounting intern, and you put in your skill, you are a break dancer. So you just be dancing in the office here and there, you know. So you have to tailor everything, you know, towards that role you're applying for. So the soft skills, communication, teamwork, problem solving, time management, emotional intelligence, you know, and of course the art skills, the data analysis, digital marketing, Excel, report writing, graphic design. Let me quickly share something here, right? Please invest on yourself. It is very pivotal, really. Don't say that because you are still in school or because you just graduated. You have to invest on yourself. I was sharing with somebody one time, you know, during my secondary school, my dad enrolled me into a computer school, right? And then, I took it seriously because he even bought me like a desktop computer then. So, when I come back from school, I go there, I come back, practice on my computer and stuff. So I was just seeing that as fun. So then when I graduated and I was serving, so I was doing, close to the end of my NYSC, so I served in Ibadan. So I was always going to Lagos for interviews. So then I'll go for interviews, come back, because life now, then we're earning 19,800, right? So I'm like, this 19,800. So after my service, what will happen? Me, I cannot. So I just started applying for jobs here and there. So then towards the end of my service year, I think that was in September. So I got invited for an HR intern role in Lagos. That was with Transion Holdings. That's the parent company for Techno, Infinix, and Itel. So I went for the interview. So then we did like an aptitude test. After which we did the one-on-one interview with the recruiter and stuff. So she now wanted to like assess my Excel skills, my Microsoft Excel skills. Remember that I did this when I was in my secondary school, right? So then they have this they have the questions set up already. So she just like gave me the computer to like input the answers. Before she was done with whatever she was doing, I was done. It was a Microsoft Excel test. I was done. I just gave it to her. She was impressed. She was like, "How did you do it? That was fast." I said, that's really, really, gave her that impression that, oh, this is the kind of person we want for the job. Okay, fine. I don't have that experience. I don't have that experience, but the Excel skills I have gathered in the past helped me. you know. And another thing that also helped me was that she asked him, what did I graduate with? He said, I graduated with second class upper honors. She was like, oh, wow. You know, the reason why I'm saying this is that I'm not saying this to like show off or anything. Nah, I'm sharing what is very, very important to you as well, especially for undergraduate. If you see yourself as, what you graduate with does not matter, I pity you. What you graduate with does not matter. That's a lie. It really matters, because that was part of those things that actually got me the HR internship job. My Excel skills and what I graduated with. She asked me, what did I graduate with? I said 2-1. She was impressed. You know, so I'm not saying that I'm not saying that if you are not on 2-1, if you are not a first class graduate, you can't get a job. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm particularly focusing on the undergraduate people with that mindset that even if I graduate with third class, nah. We have had situations where corpers will come into our organization seeking for PPA. The first thing we ask is, what did you graduate with? You see some pass, you see some third class. We don't take them. We don't even take 2-2, sorry to say. We don't take 2-2. We don't take second class lower. You know, but still, we still have organizations out there that take, 2-2, that take 2-1, and there are some organizations that don't care. If you properly and strategically place your CV, okay, now the deed has been done. You graduated with third class, you graduated with 2-2, right? But what have you done to improve on yourself? There are ways you can balance these things. Okay, I have 2-2. I'm a third class graduate. So what have you done? Okay, I've taken this course. I'm currently doing this professional program. I volunteered in this. These things to like put them together. And when I'm checking yourself, I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, he actually graduated with this, but he has done this and this and this and this for himself. And another thing that actually helped me was leadership role as well. You have to take on. Don't always go back. Like, oh, don't scare away from challenges, from roles. During my CDS, I was the president. I was the editorial syndicate president, right? I was the president. So these are things that even when in school, I was asked during my interview session as the HR intern. Then she was asking me, okay, have I like headed a group of people before? And these are things you put together, package yourself, brand yourself. So data analysis, it is not too late. You can start now. Also, achievement over responsibilities. Everything you do, ensure that achievement is key. It is not just you doing a job. What are those things you have achieved? So these are things you put forward as well. All right. Potential. With all of this I have said, we have seen potential in you, especially for fresh graduates. Shegun, please, let's move on. So then, CV structure that works. Your name, your contact info. Please, your contact information, please. We don't. Number 2, Igbesin Street, Okomola, off Ilasamaja, in the front of Mango Tree of Yailewa. No, please, just put Lagos. Let's Ikeja, Lagos. Most especially when you are when the job requires a proximity to your job, right? When they require this proximity to your job, right? In the sense that maybe the job is located at Ikeja, right? And they need somebody that is close to that axis, right? So you can just look at Ikeja, Lagos. These are things that would still like put you forward. Oh boy, okay, this person stays in Ikeja. Okay. But some people now go ahead and put all the address in the life. Kilo Shele. No, it's not that's not needed. All right. And another thing I want you to know is that don't always be scared to maybe you're in Abuja and the job you are recruiting for is in Lagos, right? If you have an address in Lagos, that you can use, please use it, because some organizations will shortlist you based on that. If you're in Lagos, if you're in Abuja, and the job you are applying for is in Lagos, if you have a Lagos address, please put it instead of the Abuja address, because it's just for you to be on the safe side. Trust me. There are some jobs, there are some companies that don't even care. The company I was working for before my current company, before this Matrix Energy, right? They don't care about where you are. They would even pay for your hotel maybe for like 6 weeks for you to just stable. If even if you're in Kafancha and you are the right person for the job, they don't mind. They'll bring you back. They'll bring you, put you in an hotel, make you settle, and rent your apartment and stuff. But still, if you have, fine. But if you don't have, can still put it. It depends on the organization. So that's for that. Then professional summary. It should be short and punchy, not objective. Don't go and write a pistol. No. Then skills relevant to job roles you want. The arts and soft skills I've said earlier. The education include relevant coursework or academic projects. If your project is is in line with that job you can put it. You are packaging yourself. If you have done some coursework that you feel like, oh yes, it will help, put it. Because you don't have that experience, and so you have to like stand out. You have to stand out. Then the experience, internships, volunteering, side project, NYSC. And it is worthy to say this, that please, if you are, because I know that there are some there are some institutions that don't organize internship programs for their undergraduates, right? But you should, if you don't do it before, please do it now, especially for undergraduates, right? If you are, if your school happens to not organize, these programs for you, maybe after the second semester, is it second semester? After the second semester, for this long vac before you enter another session, maybe for 3 months or so, go for internship program, apply. You are gathering your CV. You are gathering your CV, for the future purpose, so that when you graduate, you have things to put on your CV. If you're a copper as well, if you can start, if you can enroll into a data analysis class or graphics design, because there are even some people that they are not even using their certificate. Some people are web developers, some people are, start now, invest in yourself, right? So put all of these things together so that when you are even applying for any internship roles, put aside. Certifications, awards, training, put them. Extracurricular activities, leadership skills, soft skills, put them. Shegun, please, let's move on. So this is an example, right? So for professional summary, some people just put hardworking and reliable. What next? You should do this. Economics graduate with internship experience in financial reporting, strong skills in Excel and data interpretation, eager to apply analytical skills in a fast-paced business environment. This is it. Short and precise. Keep it short and simple. That's KISS. 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 Then another thing, don't do this. I am a hardworking, honest individual looking for a challenging opportunity to grow. That will not suffice. But rather, you do this. Business graduate with strong analytical and communication skills, completed internship in customer service with XYZ Bank, passionate about problem solving, eager to contribute to client success and learn in a dynamic working environment. Shegun, please, let's move on. Then these are action words that pop on a CV, especially when you are putting your, those things you have done. Put these action words. You led, you designed, You initiated, you managed, you researched, you resolved, you coordinated, you implemented, you created, you improved. So this would give this impression that, yeah, you are in charge. Do you understand? So you led this social project, you designed this, you initiated this, you managed this, you researched this. And another thing worthy of mentioning is that when you are working on your CV, maybe probably for previous roles, for previous roles, you should ensure that they are in past tense. All right. Those previous jobs you have done, you should always be in past tense. Then the current one should be present. You lead, design, initiate, manage, research, resolve, coordinate. But if it is in the past, you ensure that if it is something that has gone, that you have done, it should be in past tense. So Shegun, let's move on. So avoid these common mistakes. Typos or bad grammars, I've said it. Don't invest on your CV. Check well. We have Grammarly that can correct you. If you are unsure of some grammars or some things, check. Then naming your CV wrongly and sending a Word doc version. If you want to apply now, you want to apply for a job, they now requested you to attach what's it called, your CV. You are now attaching Word document. Why? You have to convert it to PDF, right? And if you want to name your CV well. Like the example I have here, Tolha updated CV 1. Azal now. If you want to apply, if you want to name your CV, name it well and ensure it is in PDF format, right? Example, Tolha Ainde, then comma, customer service CV. Do you understand? Tolha Yusuf, then comma, then customer service CV. Then Tolha Yusuf, comma, administrative assistant CV. Some people, you just see Tolha Ainde, you now see at, you see dollar sign. Are you seeking for dollar? I don't get it. Then using past tense for current job responsibility. I've said this before. If it is your current job, use present tense. If it's past job, use past tense. Arranging relevant dates from oldest to some people. Like I've mentioned there, customer service rep 2021 to 2023. Then customer service rep 2023 till date. No, this is not the proper way. The latest should be the first. Customer service rep 2023 till date should be the first one. Why the previous one should follow. Do you understand? So the latest one should always be at the top. Why the previous ones should follow. That's on that. Then using CV as the heading. No, some people just put CV bagada on the header like this, curriculum vitae and stuff. Nah, it's not needed. Too much personal information. I've said this. Religion, age, photo. We don't need it. It's not needed. Long paragraphs. You now put story, epistle. No, you can just bullet your points. All right. Then unprofessional email address. See this one, sexy angel. Azam. Do you want to seduce your recruiter? What's sexy angel? I don't understand. Use your name, Tolha Yusuf at gmail.com. Tolha Yusuf, maybe 19 whatever at yahoo.com. That's on that. Then 4 to 5 pages long. That's too long. No, keep it 1 page or max 2 pages. If you cannot do 1 page, at max 2 pages, especially for experiences that are less than 5 years. Shegun, let's move on. Then final words of advice. Your first CV won't be perfect. Start now, keep improving. Yes, because what is worth doing is worth doing well, right? If you don't start now, you won't get better. If you don't put yourself out there to seek guidance, okay, this, that, you have to start now, and over time you get better. All right. Secondly, while sending in job applications via email, always include a cover letter in the body of the mail. You want to apply for a job now, you have attached your CV, that's your PDF format, you've attached it, right? Then in the body of the email, you now left it blank. No, come up with a cover letter. The cover letter will be stating your you know um more like your profile. Okay, your name, the school you graduated from, the internship roles you've done, the skills you have, experience you have, you know, put them, place them in the body of the mail. Because some recruiters don't even check CVs. Some will just check the cover letter. Okay, because the cover letter just summarizes what you have on your CV, right? So it is that cover letter that will now take them to your CV when they see that, okay, okay, let me check the CV. Do you understand? So they work hand in hand. So when you're applying for a job, put your put the cover letter, in the body of the mail. Don't leave it blank. All right. Then use job descriptions as guide. I've said this. Look at the job description. What do they want? You incorporate them in your CV, then you apply. Don't wait to gain experience, gain relevance. As I have said, your leadership experience, your skills, what else? Volunteering, jobs you've done. These are things you put put together. So every job, internship, volunteer work, or school project counts. Put them there. Your CV, and ensure, don't just put them there. Ensure that they are aligning with what you are applying for. Please ensure that they properly align with what you are applying for. Shegun, please go back. Okay. Then your CV is your story. So tell it well. Create a strong LinkedIn profile, same structure as your CV. All right. Then start ahead. Okay, I think Shegun will talk more on the LinkedIn part. Then start engaging, comment, share, insight, follow thought leaders, on this. Then use LinkedIn as your digital CV and networking tools. There'll be further discussion on that. Then Shegun, let's move on. Shegun, let's move on. So tools and templates, these are free resources that you can use. Canva, you know, Zeti or Nova Resume, Rezi, ChatGPT, LinkedIn. So, um, how will I put it? The Rezi dots, that one, is a powered, it's an AI powered optimization, right? The ChatGPT would help in polishing content and formatting ideas. Then your LinkedIn, use your CV content to build your profile. So you have to, there are some people that don't really have that time to like work on their CV from scratch, right? There are other free resources that can help you with that, especially if you know what you are looking out for. All right. So let's move on. So thank you everybody. So that will be all from me. Thank you, Sheldon. We can't. I can't hear you.
Oh, okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, thank you very much, Tom. It has actually been a very insightful session.
Thank you.
So even for me personally, I had to unlearn to relearn.
I know, right?
You understand? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, seeing it from your own perspective as an HR, it made me understand that, a lot of times, right, even as someone who has been doing this thing for many years, applying for
Yeah.
jobs for many years, and being an employer at a reasonable place, and helping other people to like look through their CV and all of that, there might still be one or two things that you may actually be missing, which you may not know. You understand?
Mm.
So I picked one or two things from you. So thank you very much for sharing your perspective and your knowledge, your deep, insightful knowledge about
Yeah.
how to draft a
CV that can help people to land their, land their dream job. So I think we have people in the comment section. So I'll just mention. Okay, yeah. So Vivian and Odebumi are nowhere asking if they could see like a sample of a professional CV. So I don't know if you have that ready. If you don't have that ready, that
Okay.
is fine.
Okay, I have
Uh,
that ready. Let me share with you so you can let me share with you
all right, that's fine.
so you can project.
So Vivian, so while we're doing that, I don't know. Let me see if we have any other question. Franklin Chimdaide. I learned that in the CVs for some countries, they consider how you don't have any idle time in your CV. On preparing CVs based on relevance, what will you do about the experiences that are not relevant? I'm not sure I get that question correctly. I learned that
Okay,
in the CVs.
okay.
Scholar, do you get it?
Please come again. Come again.
Okay. I learned that in the CVs for some countries, okay, they consider how you don't have an idle time in your CV. How do you mean idle? Do you mean free time?
Yeah, yeah. I think I get it. I think I get it.
Okay. On
Please
preparing
complete.
CVs,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
okay, on preparing CVs based on relevance. Okay, I think he mentioned two questions here. Then he said on preparing CV based on relevance, what will you do about the experiences that are not relevant? That means, I
Hmm.
guess he was saying experiences that are not relevant to the job role that he or she is probably trying to apply for. I guess that's what he's trying to say.
Okay, so for those ones that for people that are applying for jobs that are um okay, like not relevant to what they have or what?
I suppose he's trying to say not relevant to the job that they are trying to apply for. You did mention earlier that if you are
Mm.
drafting your CV, you need to make it align with the
Okay,
specific job
okay,
role. Yeah.
okay. Yeah. So what I would say to that is that um we recruiters, yeah, we know that we are we are sourcing for people that have no experience. You know, the experience is not there, right? And so in this case, what we do is that we look at the potential, just as I have said. All right. We look at the potential of that person. Okay, now you've taken leadership role, right? Because leadership role is more like a generic thing, right? It's a generic thing. And another thing is, the trainings. If you have invested yourself, you've gathered certifications, you know, you've gone for conferences, webinars, you included this there, then you have these soft skills. You've worked on soft skills, you've done volunteering, jobs. This is giving us an impression that this person can actually still fit well in this um in this role that we are currently looking out for. All right, so we know that, okay, for sure that the alignment is not really really there, but if we are to give this person a chance, this person would of course go go deeply, into realizing what we actually want, in a prospective candidate. All right. So this is a situation where you don't really have all the requirements that would align with what they have. But trust me, we are always open as per, okay, these people don't have that experience, right? They are fresh, they are new graduates. Okay, are you smart? Can you communicate well? How well do you comport yourself? How do you strategically place yourself? These are things that we look at, right? So, and um for the idle part, right, it is not usually good to, like, be idle, right? So in those cases that you are idle, there are courses that you can take to cover that gap, because they will ask you, okay, this period, what were you doing? And you must have even mentioned it in your CV or stated it in your CV that, okay, from 2021 in August to 20, this was where you use that one to cover it up. That, okay, since I wasn't doing anything, I attended this conference, I took this training, I learned this, I learned that, just to engage yourself. So yeah. I think you are muted. I think you are muted, Shaggy.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. So thank you very much, Tolia. Franklin, please confirm if your question has been adequately addressed. So we'll move on to the next one. You said something about not using. So apologies, guys. I'm not sure we can finish by six. So I'm not sure we can finish by six, except you just want us like to touch it on the surface. Okay. So you said something about not using Word documents. Can you please recap also what will be the heading of our CV? That's from AZ Chiamaka.
Okay, Shagun, please, can you project that CV I shared with you, please?
Okay, yeah, let me do that right now.
Okay,
Um,
so
I don't
this
know if it's
is
bold enough.
yeah, so this is a template. I think this would answer a question, right? So we have different CV template, but this is one, right? You know, I can share this with you. Maybe there's a link to that, so you can use it. The professional summary. You can see just your name, the address, Lagos, Nigeria, then your email address, your phone number, then your LinkedIn profile. If applicable, your professional summary, the skills, you indicate your skills. In this case now, you have the hard and soft skills together. Then you can see the education, business administration, University of Lagos, graduated, second class upper. The relevant project, you can see relevant project, marketing research project, final year. Put put what you did there. The internship experience as well, customer service intern, put it there. Then volunteer work, team lead, NYSC group, March 2024 to November 2024. This was what you did. Certifications, digital marketing fundamentals, Google Digital, whatnot, data analysis, leadership activities. You know, if I'm seeing this CV, I mean, I don't have, I'm definitely shortlisting this person. All right. So, yeah, that's it. That's it. So,
Thank you. Thank you. I believe we don't have any other question anymore. Yeah, I don't think we have any other question anymore. So thank you very much, Tola. Trust me, like I said, it's actually been an insightful session. So before Tola leaves us today, yeah. So before Tola will drop off, for those of you that may actually have one or two questions to ask, or one or two things to clarify, one or two things that you want to, discuss with Tola, these are Tola's information. So please ensure you follow him on YouTube, right? His YouTube handle is Tolex Points. He has some insightful things you can also pick from there. And you can reach out to him via his phone number, but this is only available on WhatsApp. This line here is actually available only on WhatsApp, and this is his Gmail. If at all you want to send him your job application. Tola, we have a lot of recommendation for you. So when you are dealing with HRs, like I mean, for the benefit of those who are here, when you are dealing with HR, see, it's more like I will not call it. I don't want to use the word that's coming to my mind here. It's more like I don't. Okay, let me use it. Let me borrow it. Tola, don't be angry. It's more like a court. Those people, it's always like they are after your life. It's always like they are after your life. You understand? But nonetheless, right? If you look at the positive aspect of it, positive part of it, if you have someone who is an HR beside you, they can always give you insight on what you're doing right and what you're not doing right. I know there are times that you get a lot of frustration, especially for people who have completed the NYC and they are, yes, Genevieve, Basil, yeah, you can watch it later. So, especially for those who are currently like job hunting, you send out your application here and there, and then you are not getting feedback, and you're wondering what's happening. And then, so for some of us for some people rather, that would get feedback, I just see that automated message, and it's just like, dear, this. Sorry, they've automated everything. So, but in order to make sure that you do the right thing I mean, especially the way it's meant to be, because sometimes most of these guys also work with system. And when they work with system, I'm talking about the applicant tracking system now, because the organizations that get bulky applications, so they can,
Yeah.
they are humans now. Don't kill them, bro.
Yeah.
Have fun. So
Mm.
I mean, they want you to, they just need you to help them to be
Yeah.
able to single you out as a person who is right for the job. And for you
Yeah.
to help them, it's not about these HR people, they are very wicked. Yeah, we know they are wicked, but that's what we are saying. Sorry, bro. We are not looking at that aspect, but we are saying that help them to get you discovered. You can have
Mm.
all the skills in the world, but if there's one thing you are not doing right, bro,
Yes. Yes.
that's what you might not get the opportunity. So
Yes.
Tola is available. Is available. I mean, you can watch the video again, but Tola is also available. You can reach out to him via his phone number here that is on the screen, and you can reach out to him via email also. Please, I'm just joking, no quote and unquote. I didn't say you should send him job applications, though. I can hear you said HR the king of employment. I'm telling you, no. So you can reach out to him. Don't send him job application. I'm repeating it now, please. Oh, don't quote me. Oh, don't send him job application. But if he has an application out there, right, and you want to apply for it, push it forward. You get.
Mm.
You
Mm.
can also reach out to him to know. Don't ask about the job. Let me give you a tip here. Let me give you a pro tip. When you are dealing with HR, and maybe they are the ones putting the job out there, don't reach out to them saying, please, bros, I beg, consider me for this job. I believe I have all the necessary skills. Don't do that. See, out of someone told me something, said one way you can stand out, right, is to do what other people are not doing.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah. True.
think outside the box.
True.
Don't be that person that will enter the HR DM and be like, sir, please, I have years of experience in doing this. Please, I'm begging you, please. My father has not eaten, my mommy has not eaten. Please help me. I need this job. I really need this job.
See.
But the
See.
funniest
Let me.
part is,
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, the funniest part is most of these people may actually be very competent for the job, but because
Exactly.
of frustration and because of the pressure and all that,
Mm.
we understand. You understand.
Mm.
But like you said, make sure you are someone who is very valuable. Add value to
Mm.
yourself. Add so many things to yourself. And when you do that, I'll talk about that when we reach LinkedIn aspect, right? How you
Mm.
can, um, speak like a strategic person to
Mm.
someone, and they just look at you. Okay, who is this guy? Okay, let's discuss. You understand?
Mm. Yeah.
So shoot him a
So
message. Reach out to him
yeah,
on
sorry,
LinkedIn.
sorry
Connect with him. All right, go
to
ahead.
add
Go
to
ahead.
that, to add to that, yeah. So it is one thing to this is one thing to send you a job advert, right? Or it is one thing to shortlist you. Then it is now another thing for you to show us that yes, you are the good fit for the job, right? So what people don't understand is that you having an HR as friend can give you that opportunity as per okay. There's an ongoing recruitment to bring your CV, right? I
Mhm.
can only submit your CV for you. Don't see me as the what's that word as the king that will now recruit you. No, you still
Nah,
have to. I'm not the sole what's it called, the sole
employer.
employer or the only person that would review your application. We have some other parties too, so you can please me. I can decide to like rate you high, but what about others?
Mhm.
So you have to still like show that yes you can. So don't get mad at your HR friends that and I have you as friend, you cannot give me a job. Which job? I can only like put you forward, but it's now left for you to now show yourself that yes you are worthy. So yeah.
Thank you so much. For other people that are having questions, trust me, you may just have to like shoot in a message, honestly, because of time, because we don't really have time. So thank you very much, Tol. It's been an exciting session. So we'll be bringing Tola off this what's it called screen now. So then we can now talk about the LinkedIn optimization aspect of the class of the training. Thank you so much once again, Tola.
All right, thank you,
Everybody,
Chad.
you can send your this thing, if you like, you want to clap, you want to appreciate him. For me, it has been very insightful. So, like I said, I see that a lot of people are just sending in their messages now, their questions. But please, you can, okay, if you need his phone number, you are not seeing it on the screen. Send me a DM. I'll forward it to you. Or just ask on the group chat so I know the number of people that are actually looking for the contact. So I'll send them to you. I will send the number to you. Thank you so much, guys.
All right,
All
Shaggy.
right.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. I appreciate. Thank you, everybody, and bye.
Thank you. So, guys, wow. I mean, like I said earlier, I myself, I had to unlearn to relearn again. It's really been an insightful session with Ton App. So right now, I'll be picking up from where he stopped. But before I go, okay, let me project. Let me project. Let me project. Let's do this. Let's do this, guys. Let's do this, guys. So before we start, see, we are not just going through the slides now for this particular LinkedIn optimization training, but I will try as much as possible. Like I said, we may actually not be finishing by 6. Yeah. So I'll try as much as possible to see how fast we can run through this so that we can jump on the practical aspect of it. So these slides actually will give you like a background of what you need to know and what you must do. Like I said, this is a free class, but it's a master class. I mean, it's a master class, and you would agree with me from the insights that Tola shared. Yeah, before we proceed, I need to also mention this. Okay, so if you are that one person, right, that you don't want to like go through all the stress of you want to like prepare your CV, you want to start drafting and all of that, you can reach out to Tola. He does that like as a business. I mean, the business aspect of it. So you can reach out to him. But if you are reaching out to him, make sure you are mentioning that you are coming from, you are one of the participants for the training, right? There's a way, like he's already aware. He's going to like give you like a subsidized, reasonable subsidized rate to get the CV prepared for you. All right. So thank you very much, guys. So in this session now, we'll be talking about LinkedIn optimization. I know on the flyer we have a couple of things, but most of those things that we have on the flyers are the things that would also be touching on in this session. So, how to make your LinkedIn profile work for you, how to get noticed by recruiters, hiring managers, and clients. By clients, I mean you that what you do is not like you're looking for a job, right? But you're not one person who is on LinkedIn, but you have a very special skill that you're putting out there. But I mean, you want people to see what you do and you want them to be able to trust you. Like, for example, I think we have people in the tech space who are running it as their own personal business, right? So for people like that, what you can do, what you can do to make your LinkedIn reasonable, to make your LinkedIn visible, right? And how to optimize it in a way that a potential client can see that okay, this person has the value to offer, this person has everything to give, this person is the right man for the job. Then this will also guide you on how to land your dream job using LinkedIn. See, what's it called? I may not have taken up different jobs offer that I've gotten from LinkedIn, like people reaching out to me, like what we need someone for this role. How do we go about like are you available and all of that? So, but what I can tell you basically is that there are a lot of opportunities on LinkedIn beyond you applying for jobs, guys. Beyond you applying for job, guys, right? There are employers that reach out to you, enter your DM. But one thing that can make them enter your DM is how well your LinkedIn has been properly designed, how well it has been optimized. Yeah. So moving on, right? So I'll start with this. You see, your LinkedIn page, right, is more than just a resume. For those people that mentioned that they don't have a LinkedIn account, if you are with me, just send something, just say something in the comment section, in the comment section. So for those guys that said they don't have a LinkedIn account yet, don't worry. I've logged out my personal LinkedIn account on the system, so we're going to run through it from the start to finish. Yeah. So, but I need to mention to you, Talaha mentioned something the other time. He mentioned ATS, right? That's applicant tracking system. So let me give you a background on how ATS works. So what ATS does is that it's okay when recruiters receives your okay, Priska, no problem. So when recruiters receives your application, hmm, for recruiters that actually receives like bulky application and all that, what they do is that they pass it through ATS, that's applicant tracking system, to bring out what's called potential employees that they believe are fit for the job. Now, it is not between you and the recruiter now. It is between you and the system. Do you get it now? Now you see where we are. It is between you and the system. And that is the reason why you need to ensure that you need to think like the system, think like the recruiter. No, think like the recruiter, right? So that the system can be able to recognize the keywords that are very important in your CV and single you out among thousands. So, many of you would have heard of SEO, that's search engine optimization. So the same way SEO works, search engine optimization, the same way it works, is the same way your LinkedIn profile works, the same way your CV works. Everything is just majorly about keywords. Tola mentioned your CV, right? Rather, your CV has to like align with the job description. So you're applying for, let me use the example you use, a customer service role, right? What should be in your CV should be things that you should look out for, like keywords that are strategically mentioned in the job description. Maybe not strategically mentioned, but I'm applying for a customer service role. It is expected that in your CV there is something like customer service. Like it is very impossible for an ATS to recognize your CV and single it out of thousands. If you're applying for a customer service role, and in your CV, even if you're like you've been holding other better positions in the past, maybe like internal audits, you've been a professional days and all of that, but it's not recognized. There's nothing like customer service. ATS may actually not recognize your CV. Same thing is applicable for LinkedIn. There's something that is called Boolean search. We are going to get to that. Don't worry. Don't be under pressure. Don't be under pressure. Just calm down. There's something that is called Boolean search. Before I proceed, right? Before we agreed on what this course should look like, right? I initially, for people who are very close to me, right? I mean very close. When I say very close, I mean very, very close. Initially, this course was actually planned to be like a course that will be pre-recorded, and then like that will be offered out with monetary whatever and all of that, like selling the course and all of that. But looking at where we were coming from and where we are today, I think it's just right to give um to give our own quota to the society and see how we can help you. Trust me, to see how we can help you. So, like I said, there's something that is called bullying search. Let me help you to think like Tol'a, a recruiter who is looking for someone to fill a particular position. Bullying search is, they are like how do I call it? They are tools that are used by recruiters, right, to find the right person for the job, especially on professional platforms like LinkedIn. If you don't have that understanding, if you don't have that understanding, you just see that you are just putting, okay, so in 2020, I worked at this filling station and I did this and I did that. If my volunteer role doesn't align with the job description, sorry, please, you can hold on with dropping questions now. Please, apologies, because I'll be seeing it on the side, other side of the screen, and it would be giving me some level of distraction. I would appreciate that, we hold on with the questions for now so we can jump on that later. So these tools, right, are what are used by most recruiters, right, to look for the right candidates. I'm talking about bullying search now. I'm going to show you that when we get to it. So moving on, your LinkedIn is your 24/7 online billboard. You are just like business guys are, like entrepreneurs. They want to be seen, they want to be visible. The only way you can make money as an entrepreneur is your visibility. Can people see you? Can you be seen? Are you seen? Like, are you visible? Why do you think most brands want to invest a lot of money in advertisements, like doing big billboard, um, putting a lot of money in Google ads, putting a lot of money in Facebook ads? Do you think it's because they like seeing your face? Nah, they don't. It's not because of that, but because they want you to see them. The more you see them, the more you remember the service that they offer. Because what it does is that when you think about whatever it is that aligns with what you have seen, right? You think about them. I don't know if you get that. Yeah, you think about them. So LinkedIn itself is your 24/7 online billboard. When I'm not there, like when I'm sleeping, when you are sleeping, when everybody's sleeping, but someone is looking for who to hire for a specific role, is your LinkedIn that would that someone can jump on and then get the information that they needed about you. And the funniest part is, do you know that your LinkedIn profile can be downloaded by a recruiter and it comes out as a CV? Okay, another part of it, but I would expatiate. Let's move on. So when people search your name, if you're that person who have like put yourself online on LinkedIn, you are there. Your LinkedIn is properly optimized. So when people search for your name, most of the time, right? Most of the time, your LinkedIn comes up first. You can give it a shot. I've tried it several times. Most of the time, that might not be 100% accurate, depending on your field and what you do and where you are. But most of the time, your LinkedIn comes up first. So moving on, LinkedIn's algorithm scans profiles for opportunity. So, ha, these are another deep parts that, if we start talking about algorithm here, right? Algorithm here, we would not finish this session. See, we will not finish this session because everything when it comes to like system, when it comes to social media space, everything works on algorithm. So you really need to know how these things work. Do you understand? LinkedIn's algorithm scans profiles for opportunities. You need to know how these things work. So when everything has been properly put in place, right? The algorithm can be in your favor in that, when LinkedIn is like trying to suggest people for roles and all of that, your own also comes up. So moving on, unoptimized profile is equals to invisible. An unoptimized profile is equals to invisible. So that means invisible rather. That means if your profile is not properly done, you don't have the right thing put on your profile. Do you know the problem? Some people, oh God, some people are even have like a lot of experience, oh, like a lot. If you ask them, there are some that are even that since they were in school, they've been taking short courses on Udemy, Allison, among others, Coursera. They've been taking all of these courses, but they are more focused on their CV, but they didn't look at LinkedIn. You know why? Because they didn't know that there are opportunities that can come from LinkedIn. Have you seen a post on LinkedIn that says LinkedIn helped me to get this job? Okay, I'm that part. So make sure that you need to make sure that your CV is properly your LinkedIn rather is properly optimized to position yourself strategically for opportunities. So note this: as a job seeker, I hope you will be able to see this very well. Sure. Yeah. Note this: as a job seeker, recruiters. Okay, I've mentioned this earlier. Recruiters can download your profile as a PDF, and you can also apply for certain jobs using easy apply functions. So this easy apply now, it's a bit dicey. I would advise that you use Easy Apply for most of you that are not familiar with this yet, right? There are some recruiters that would use just mainly Easy Apply. You will not see any other option that will allow you to say, okay, I want to go and I want to jump on a particular website or send them a mail and all of that. All you will just be seeing is Easy Apply. This is good for you and it is also dangerous. Take note. It is good for you and it is also dangerous. Let me tell you why it is good for you. It is good for you because when you click easy apply to apply for job is the lazy aspect of it. And some of the recruiters also they don't want a lot of information. They just really need your CV. Some of them don't even want the cover letter. They just want your CV. They just want some other important information, maybe like your email and all that, just to make it like formal and official. So it doesn't stress you at all. Easy apply doesn't stress you. You apply, it pushes your application to them. They download your CV. Once it pushes your application to them, from their end, they can see your profile and download your CV. I would say why it is dangerous for you is that there are some things you put on your LinkedIn page that will be shooting you in the leg. Is the truth. Sometimes what is on your LinkedIn profile contradicts with what is in your CV. And once what is on your LinkedIn profile contradicts with what is on your CV, is bringing some kind of inconsistency and doesn't it's not good for you. No, 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 no. It's not good for you as a job seeker, right? So for someone like me, right, who is okay, I don't want to like mention my profession on air, but if you have checked my LinkedIn page, right, LinkedIn profile, Shegun Morake, you will see my what's it called there? You see what I do. So for someone like me who does what I do, I can be an hiring manager for specific roles, right? So an hiring manager is the person in that unit where they are bringing the prospective employee to. Do you understand? So the hiring manager is one who also decides that, okay, is this person also actually fit for this role? Because it's the hiring manager that will have in-depth knowledge of what you should know, the basic things that you should know, that you should be able to talk about during interview, right? So, um, yeah, I mean, what let us start pass. Yeah, so basically, right, if you are, yeah, what I was trying to say is that if you're someone like me, who, like, you are in my job role, like, okay, let me just say it, internal audit, right? I will check everything. Like, I will really check everything if that was necessary for me to do. Like, we check in for inconsistency and all of that. And when someone who is not even like into that kind of profession is seeing a lot of inconsistencies, and you're wondering, no, now, like, what's going on, bro? Okay, so I'll just really advise you, right? I'll really advise you, make sure that what I've done for myself is that I make sure that my CV, my LinkedIn actually replicates most of the information that I have on my LinkedIn profile. No, my LinkedIn replicates most of the information I have on my CV. What I will do for you is that when an employer, you have several job this that you have done, and you have put everything on LinkedIn. So even though you are applying for a specific role and you tailor your CV down to that job specific, to be job specific, right? And it's getting to the what's it called, employer, which is good. On the part of those who would come on LinkedIn to come and look for who is the right candidate for the role, right? For the role that they are trying to recruit for. There are some organizations that they don't put adverts out at all. Like, they don't even put it out. They don't put it out. They will not advertise. What they do is they jump on professional platforms like LinkedIn and try to see people who are fit for the job, or they can try to reach out to people who have been in that space before and then ask them for recommendation. So getting started, you need to log into your LinkedIn. For those who don't have a LinkedIn page, so what I would do is that as I'm going through this slide, right? Give me a moment. As I'm going through this slide, I think we would have a break in between, maybe like 5 minutes, because my throat gets dry in between when I'm having a long talk or discussion. So maybe by 5:45, we'll go on a short break. Then we'll come back by 5:50. 5:45, we'll come back by 5:50. That's 5 minute break so that you yourself can relax, because I know it's been a long session. So all right. So getting started, you're going to log into your LinkedIn, and the next thing you have to do is click the me icon, the view profile. So what I will do now is that I would share my screen. I'll share my screen. Give me a moment. I'll share my screen. So for those people, I want to believe that the people that said they don't have a LinkedIn page yet. I want to believe that they are here right now. I want to believe that they are here. Priska, I know we've Priska, are you here? So if you are here, well, let me just okay. So let me stop sharing this. Um, for those who already have their LinkedIn profile, LinkedIn page already, or LinkedIn account, apologies. Oh. Yeah, we have to help everybody. So thank you. Um, give me a moment. Let me see what we have here. Microsoft Edge. Okay. Sorry, just give me 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. All right. Windows, and then We have Microsoft have. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. All right. Please confirm that you can see my screen. Let me see if we are together. Let me see if we are together. Can you see what I'm showing on the screen? Okay. Sorry. What can you see? What can you see? So I'm sharing what's it called? A page like I'm sharing a browser. Okay, you can see that. Okay. Okay. Let me know if you can see it now. I'm sharing a browser right now. Someone said my face. My face is fine now. Let's continue to see it. Okay. Can you see the browser now? I want you guys to confirm that you can see the browser now. Okay, great, great. Um, all right. So good one. So let's head on to LinkedIn.com. LinkedIn. Oh, I thought I signed out. Can you still see it? Let me see. Okay. Guys, just be patient. I want to be sure what you can see. I want to be sure what you can see. I want to be sure what you can see. Okay, are we good now? Okay, great. Oh, Nigeria just happened. So, guys, please hold on. I'll be right back. I need to get the light on. Nigeria just happened to us. So, I think we should just take the short break now. So, I'll be back in 5 minutes.
All right, guys, we are back. Um, Confirm that you can hear me. Guys, confirm that you can hear me. Let me see. Let me check the comment section. I may not be able to see the comment right now. Let me check before we start. And let me know what you can see. Yeah, guys, we are back. We are back. Let me confirm that you can see my entire screen now. Let me confirm that you can see my entire screen. If you are here, just drop a message that you can see my screen. Just drop a message that you can see my screen if you are back. I'm trying to confirm that on the other device so that yes, okay. Thank you, Priska. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you. Thank you, Arno. All right. So first off, what you need to do, right? If you don't have a LinkedIn account, if you don't have a LinkedIn account, the first thing you need to do is to go on to LinkedIn.com. Yeah, as you can see on my screen. So um, we'll just do the walkthrough right now. So the first thing you do then when you get to LinkedIn.com is join now. You can see this here. If you use sign in, that means you already have an existing account and you just want to like get on, you want to just enter your page. So just click join now. All right. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Arno. Yeah. Okay, join now. So now to sign up, there are two ways that you can use like there are two ways that you can sign up. Like you can decide to use your email because I already have my account open, right? So I wouldn't be using this. So I'll just use one of my random emails. I'll just use one of my random emails. Give me a moment. So you can also be doing it from your end. I know I've dropped the screen, but you can be doing it from your end. Once you get to LinkedIn.com, right? Click on join now, then impute your email, the email or phone number that you want to use. So for me, I'm using, you won't see that, don't worry. You won't see that, you won't see that, but just follow me. Once I am able to leave this particular page, I will, yeah, at gmail.com. Then I'll put a password. Yeah, let's get back. So I'll project my screen again now. Okay, you should be able to see my screen again now. So first name, and I want to use something. So you are seeing all these, right? Because you are seeing Roland. Okay, for people who may have been wondering, your name is Shegun Morakinyo. Where is Roland coming from? So Roland is my business. I have a business, Roland Stores. So I like the name a lot. So I don't joke with it. All right. So you click on continue. This is specifically for people a who do not have a LinkedIn account yet. So it will give you this prompt. Protect your account, start puzzle. This is particularly important because it's a security check. So pick the image just to be sure that you are not a robot. Do you understand? I hope we are all following. Yeah. Just to be sure that you are not a robot. So pick the image that is the correct way up. Correct way up. This is the image that is correct way up. So you click on it. Verification completed. So, welcome, Roland. What's your location?
My location is Lagos State. For most of you who are not aware, your most recent job, can I do? What can I do? Okay, let me use this for now. I'm a student. So it would actually prompt you to input your school name, degree, field of study, your start dates, and all of that. But if you are not a student, you can just click on I'm not a student, then put your most recent job. Let me say customer service. I'll still update this. Customer service representative, for example, employer type, employment type rather, full time, most recent company, roll-up stores, roll-up stores. Okay, so continue. So I've been asked to confirm my email address. So that means that they've sent a notification to me to my email. So I need to get this code from my email and just put it there. Like I said, this particular part of this training now is particularly for people people who are not. Yes. Please reach out to your friends, reach out to the people on the group, let them know that we've resumed the training. For those who are asking. Yeah. Okay. So I'm trying to get the code now. Um, okay. Yup. For some reasons, for some reasons, I'm not seeing it. For some reasons unknown to me. Oh, for some reasons. Oh, sorry, I have to start this all over. Um, okay, let's just quickly do this. Give me a minute. So from the email, I think I didn't include all the email, the whole spelling. There's supposed to be an S. There's supposed to be an S after this C. So I missed that. Don't mind me, I don't use the email too often. Like I don't use it often. So I guess that was why that happened. I don't use it often at all. It's business email. So let's start again. But I'll make this fast since it's not like I'm kind of explaining to you. Um, no, join now. Will, let's see, projects. Will, classic fabrics at gmail.com. Fabrics at gmail.com. Then Baka for sorry, I have to bring down my screen because I'm using some password that are particularly personal password. So, and for some reason, it will actually show. Okay, so I should be able to get the security this thing now. Security code. Correct way off. Correct way off. Yeah. Okay. So verification. Yeah, I have the thing now. Also send join. Okay, great. The code. Four, five, zero. Okay, so thank you. Yeah, I think we are here now. So, are you looking for a job? I mean, are you looking for a job? Your response, yes, I'm actively looking for a job. Not really, but would consider the right opportunity. No, I'm not interested in any job opportunity. So, if you are just opening your LinkedIn account, I mean, it's just really reasonable that you pick the one that is. applicable to you. So if you say, yes, I am actively looking for a job, a new job, so you are already telling LinkedIn what, um, like why you are coming on board. Do you understand why you are coming on board? And this would actually help LinkedIn to know how to treat you. Am I treating you as someone who is looking for a job, or am I treating you as someone who already has a job, or am I treating you as someone who is just here to have fun? So I'm actively looking for a job. Then what's the job title? So this particular section here now, when you when you um when you input these things in this section, you can decide to still edit it later on LinkedIn. Yes, you can decide to still edit it later on LinkedIn. So let's say LinkedIn says that you can select up to 5 titles and locations. But for now, let's work with one: customer service. Tola has entered my head with the customer service thing. Customer service. So you can put more than one. So once you type it, if you are putting more than one now, sales manager. So if you are putting more than one, it will still come up. Yeah. So which location? If you are in Lagos, put it Lagos. If you are not in, if you want other like multiple locations, you want to put like multiple locations. If you want to put multiple locations, you can put it Ibadan. Maybe this is Indonesia. So there was something I did wrong when I just joined LinkedIn, and you should learn from my mistake. So what I did wrong was because I was I was a part of those category of people that want to japa, like want to japa. You understand? So I was like, if I get a job outside the country, that's what I want. This and that. So what I did is I confused LinkedIn. How did I confuse LinkedIn? Job locations. I put I included United Kingdom. I included United Kingdom. I included Lagos. I included Ibadan. I included. I never wanted to be in Lagos initially, anyways. So Lagos was not part. So I included United States, blah blah blah, all the countries I actually wanted to visit. So I was just putting all those things. And when LinkedIn started making suggestion and recommendation of jobs to me, you don't want to hear about it. When LinkedIn started bringing job suggestion and recommendations to me, right? Most of the jobs opportunities I was seeing were like UK, this and that. And trust me, while I was actually very optimistic. So I never stopped, pushing application forward to them. But guy, yeah, whatever, that automated mail. Keep, I kept on getting all those mails, and it was really crazy. Before I now realized that this is not how these things work, right? If I want to apply outside, I need to like position myself. I need to like sit down and decide what I want. You get? So I'm just going to take all these things out for now. So I'm open to remote work. If you say you're open to remote work, it will also help LinkedIn to suggest remote job opportunities to you. So let's move on. So get notified when new jobs are posted. So you can decide to on your job alerts. Like for sales manager, in Lagos, or sales manager in Ibadan, anyone you want. If what you want is okay, you want Lagos, because you have included Ibadan earlier, that's the reason why we're having Ibadan here. So you can off one and leave the rest. Move on next. Then let recruiters know you are open for new jobs. So you can decide to put this on or put it off. So if you put this on, right, what this will do is that it will show on your LinkedIn page that um, open open for open for job or something like that. Yeah. Open to work. Yeah, I think something like that. So you can decide to put it on or put it off. For some of you that don't want, maybe you're already employed. Well, let's say yeah, you're already employed, but you want to be gainfully employed. You want to get a better job that gives you a better pay and all that. So, but you don't want your recruiter to know, excuse me, you don't want your recruiter to know that you are currently searching for job. So what you can do is to put this off. But if you want to put it on, did I say recruiter? I mean your employer. So if you want to put this on, what you can do is that there is a settings in LinkedIn that can allow you to streamline who is able to see that. So the only people you can streamline it to only recruiters. So someone who is in your network, like someone who is connected to you on LinkedIn, even though he's not a recruiter, may not be able to see that you're open to work. But when a recruiter is on the page looking for potential employees, it is visible to them. They're able to see it. Okay, so I'm putting that off. So let's move on. Um, this is unnecessary. That's if you want to use the app. Now, as a new user, right? As a new user, remember that even when you open Facebook, when you open Facebook account, when you open Instagram account, you are starting from ground level, like zero. So when you are starting from zero, what I'm basically means is that you need to connect with people because your visibility begins with the network of people that you have. Now, you can be updating your profile, right? I understand the part where I mentioned that you can use recruiters can use Boolean search to get to you, be able to see you, be able to you understand. But there is also the part where you connect with people, and when you connect with them, they're able to scan through your profile and be like, "Oh, I'm recruiting for this particular role," or "I think there's this particular opportunity," and they just reach out to you. I mean, randomly, they just send you a DM that, "Hey, what's up? We need someone for this role. Do you mind coming on board?" and all of that. And some of them would actually reach out to you for recommendation if they see that you have that level of experience, and you may really have people um, who will be compatible for the role that they are looking for. Okay, sorry. Who will be compatible for the role that they are looking for in your network. You can shoot you a DM. You get. So you can connect. I don't really need to connect with all these people right now because this is a temporary account mainly opened for this training. I'm going to close it down. So I'm going to skip it for now. Now the role work starts. So now we have our LinkedIn page. We have our LinkedIn page. So let's go back to the slide. We have our LinkedIn page now. So I believe that if you are that person that do not have the LinkedIn account before now, you can already see this now. You've seen the way we were able to navigate the account opening and all that. Yeah. So let's go back to the slide very quickly. All right. So like I said, the first thing is you need to log into your LinkedIn. We have our LinkedIn set up now. I believe that should be on the screen. What I've projected should be on the screen. Okay. So we have our LinkedIn set up now. Um, to edit your profile, there's an icon on your LinkedIn page, which is me icon. I'll show you very quickly. Let me add this back to the stage. Okay. So let's get there. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that we do this thing step by step. So this is for your backdrop and all these things. So, but before we even talk about the aspect of it, I would advise that you see this public profile URL here, this public profile URL here, which is this. This it is. I would really advise, like, it's a personal recommendation from me. I'm not saying it is the standard, but it's a personal recommendation from me. If you have your LinkedIn properly structured and all that, you can then decide to say you can decide to put your LinkedIn profile, like LinkedIn, um, what's it called, URL, profile URL. You can decide to put it at the top of your CV before sending it to a recruiter. Especially if you're that one person who is very active on LinkedIn. Because if you jump on LinkedIn now, you see people who have positioned themselves as thought leaders in their fields and are posting different things. You can position yourself also as a thought leader, and you continue to post, you post different things. And when they see, when you put your URL, your profile URL, right, on your LinkedIn, some of them will go extra mile to go and check. And when they check and they see that, okay, this person has the knowledge, this person has the knowledge. Some of them, some recruiters, let me be honest with you, some recruiters may even be, they might get that level of comfort. So when they are interviewing you, what they might just be asking you basically might be more of like behavioral questions. There's behavioral questions, there is technical questions. So you do the behavioral aspect of it with the HR. Sometimes the hiring manager also. I mentioned earlier that the hiring manager is the person in the department, maybe like head of department, the person in that particular unit where they want to bring you into. So that person also can see that okay, this person has the knowledge and all of that. They might decide to ask you questions around those things that you have posted, which is good for you because for you to have actually put those things out there, it means that you have the knowledge, you know it. And one thing about writing something out, bringing something out is that it helps your brain to retain those information because you are literally telling your brain that I have the understanding of this thing, I know it. Yeah. So you can always edit this. I know most people don't know that they can edit this thing, but I would really advise you that you edit it. So when you edit it, you make it shorter. So you can see I clicked on that page now. I clicked on this in case you do not know what I clicked on. So I clicked on this if I want to edit this. So the moment I clicked on it, it brought me here. So you can edit content, you can edit this. So edit your custom URL. So you come here. So for me, what I will do is I will take out all the number that makes it look weird. You take it out. So you see that what I have here now is linkedin.com/in/Roland hyphen Morakin. So I save it. So what that literally means is that let me copy this out now. It's easy for anybody to remember. You understand? So even if a recruiter had actually seen this at a glance, if they've seen it at a glance, and maybe like they are in transit and you just want to like look you up, it's easy to say, okay, let me just check this guy out. Let's see what we have. Let's see what he has to offer. So when you click on this, when you put this, post this, just take anybody to your page straight up. You can see. So your page is up now. It takes anybody to your page, right? So let's go back. So we're back to our profile now, right? So the me icon that I was talking about the other time to edit your profile, right? This is it here. You can see it here. This is it here. So you click on it. You see view profile. View profile. Right. Once you click on view profile, just a moment. Once you click on view profile, it should yes. Yes. So once you click on view profile, you have all these things to fill and all that. But first off, before you start, look at this place. I said earlier that your your LinkedIn page or profile is like your personal billboard. It's like your personal billboard, like for your business, yourself as a brand. Imagine that you want to look someone up on LinkedIn and you are seeing this. Like, I want you to answer me. If you were the one, like what like how do you feel? Would you take me serious? Like would you say, this person is a very serious person? I want to get your response in the comment section. Would you take someone like this serious? If you are the one that is hiring someone, oh, you are the one that is hiring someone, right? You are the one that you are the recruiter or the hiring manager that just decides to say, okay, let me check this person out. Would you consider this person as a serious person? Abib, I see you are laughing. Okay, thank you, Chiamaka. I wouldn't consider this person as a serious person, right? Because imagine MTN putting a blank billboard out there and they wrote MTN Nigeria everywhere you go. You're not seeing anything. It doesn't make sense. So what you need to start with is this, your profile picture, like the picture. And when you are doing this, please and please, I'm begging you in the name of God. See, I want to prostrate for you right now. Hmm? Don't be that person who would remember that you went on a vacation last week and I don't have selfie right now that I can use, or I don't have a professional picture. Let me quickly go and take that picture. Let me crop it out. I need this LinkedIn page as soon as possible. Then you now want to like crop out the picture that you took with grandpa, grandma, everybody. So you crop it out and you paste it there. What that will do for you is that it will not look professional. Trust me. It will really look completely off because the quality of that picture will be reduced. And secondly, you don't want to take like a random selfie. A random selfie, and you're like, okay, yeah, let me take this. You can take a selfie. I'm not saying you should not use a selfie, but the kind of selfie you can use, you need to properly position yourself. If you can see me, you need to properly position yourself. Make sure that there is good lighting, right? Make sure that your background is clean, your background is plain. Okay. If you check my profile out, let me show you what I'm saying. Your background is plain. You can decide to use any background that you want. Let me see. or Segun Morakinyo. Um, LinkedIn. I hope this is my profile. Because I just clicked on one random profile. Yeah. So this is me. This is me here. So just, I mean, just take a look at this. You are seeing this. What comes to your mind? Like, can you? I really want a response. Well, I might be wrong. Though. I might say this actually looks professional, and it might not look professional to you. So if you are seeing someone who has his profile like this, do you think this is someone you should like just try to see if there are more information that should like call your attention? I want your response, guys. I want to try as much as possible to ensure that we finish this session by max 7 o'clock. Okay, I want to hear a response. Guys, are you sure you are here? I want to be sure I'm not talking to myself. It's possible that my network has gone off rather, and I didn't even know that my network has gone off. Could it be my network? Okay. Thank you, Williams. Thank you, Antonio. So, you are seeing this, you're like, okay, okay, let me see. Yeah, great. Thank you, Anu. Thank you. Yeah. So you're like, okay, let me see what this person. You just decide to scroll down, you just decide to check, you just decide to check, and you're like, wow, this is really brilliant. So that's what having a professional picture, having a professional background like this cover page can actually do for you. So if you want to like achieve something like this, right? What I would advise you is see, there are some basic knowledge that you should have, especially if you want to take yourself seriously. There are some basic knowledge that you should have. Canva is one of them. Like, it's a tool that you should, as as a job seeker, as a student, whatever it is that you do, you need to know how to use Canva. Please try as much as possible. If you don't know it, go and learn it today. Everything that I do, everything, like most of my, apart from my business, apart from business aspect, every other thing, like every flyer that I do, most of my business flyers, like let's say 30% of them, I I I design them by myself using Canva. So learn to use Canva, know how to use Canva. The LinkedIn cover page, the back cover that you're seeing, I did it myself, and some other things like that, some other design that I make, I do that myself. So what you want to do is to ensure that you have a good picture here, and then this is optional, but trust me, I would strongly recommend that you have something there. Please, hmm? Take this from me from this class now. I would strongly recommend that you have something there, please. So moving on, I think I should to give you a more what's it called better background of what we're discussing. Like, so I think I should run you through the slides. Oh, it's not going to take a lot of time. So, like I said, take a professional photo, use natural lighting. Make sure that you have like good lighting. You can use natural lighting. You can use if you are in a space where the light is actually good. Make sure that you take the picture properly and smile. Be approachable, right? Be approachable. Don't look like me. My profession made me look like that. So don't look like me. Be approachable, right? I'm approachable. Trust me, I am. At least I tried to smile. I tried to smile. Yeah. What you're seeing there is not. So smile. Then avoid party. I've mentioned this. Avoid vacation picture. Hmm? Avoid vacation pictures. Then you can, okay, just in case, right, you don't have a professional picture or you are not able to achieve a good lighting. Another thing you can use is, but this one is very optional. Please, it is absolutely like let it be your last resort. Let it be your last resort. I know people do this a lot, but you will not see me uploading my picture on ChatGPT to refine the picture for me. It is good if you want to do different things. It's cool, right? But I really advise you not to do that. See, we are getting to a point where so many things will evolve with AI, and you don't want to put yourself. Let me just keep it that way. All right. So use AI tools for enhancement. So you can give ChatGPT a prompt. Let me tell you the kind of prompts that you can give ChatGPT. You can tell ChatGPT, you upload your picture. Like I said, make it your last option. Like I said, make it your last option. I'll repeat it for the third time. Disclaimer, make it your last option. I'm not recommending. People use it. I'm not saying it's bad. Personally, I'm not recommending it. So use AI tools like ChatGPT, upload your picture on it. If you are using a free version, it will work. I don't want us to do that now because of time. If you are using a free version, it will work. Upload your picture on it. Once you upload your picture on it, right, give ChatGPT this prompt. Um, refine refine this picture into a professional picture. Ensure that it retains all the facial features. Ensure that it retains all the facial features. If you did not tell ChatGPT to retain all the facial features, it's very possible that you know it just your nose can be different from what is in your actual distance. But I'm telling you, it's something I've tried. But what I did was I just used a random picture online. Yeah, I use a random picture online, not like someone else's picture. Trust me. I just use like um what's it called, some kind of imaginary pictures and all that. So I put it on ChatGPT to get me that kind of thing. And trust me, it gave me a very professional picture. But one thing it did for me first is because the person looks like the picture, the image itself looks kind of light. ChatGPT, and the person is African, like black American. No, not African, black American. ChatGPT actually gave me a white person's image. You understand? Yeah. So I have to now give it a prompt again to retain the context, like the skin color of the person of the picture that I used. So let's move on to the next slide. I don't know if this is showing very well on your end. Okay. Use work related. It won't be showing very well, but please just manage. Just bear with me on this. Use work related clean personal imagery. Add your personality or industry visual. That's if you want to customize your banner. So if you look at the one I showed you earlier, let me see. So if you look at the one I showed you earlier, let me bring this down. So if you look at the one I showed you earlier, you realize that yeah, so you realize that I decided to keep it as simple as possible, and then try as much as possible like to put your job role. Yeah, we are still going to come to this. Try as much as possible to put your job role, put whatever it is that you do, right? Who you serve. If you are not looking for a job, but you are like an entrepreneur, a tech guy that wants to like position yourself out there. You're not looking for a job. Just put what you do, what you say, what you who you serve, and all of that. Then the last part, if you are looking for a job, right, and you are probably changing career, what I'll personally advise you to do is that the same way you are putting it here, right, is the same way you are going to like include it here. Do you understand? So if you are looking for if you are switching career, you can put something like looking for like something like seeking opportunity in this particular area, or just something that replicates what you are the field that you are looking that you actually want to go into. So if that is, I don't want us to jump slides, right? But I will still really talk about this. It is very important. I'll still really talk about this. So that's that about the the cover page. That's the backdrop for LinkedIn. So moving on to the next item on the slide. So now we're on the headline. So this headline now, before we talk about this, I'll talk about some do's and don'ts that should not be included in your headline. So in your headline is what comes immediately after your picture. The headline is what comes immediately after your picture. So I decided to use my profile to show you this so that you can see what I have done. And maybe like if you want to replicate the same, yeah. And maybe as you are doing it, you can just follow through. The headline comes after your picture. So what you should do is use clear language. Don't make your don't make your headline ambiguous. Don't try to what no, you are not trying to impress anybody. Do you understand? You're not trying to impress anybody, but you are trying to position yourself as someone who is already in this field and has that knowledge, that deep knowledge, right? So use clear language, include industry keywords. You are into real estate, guys. Put real estate. Do you understand? If there is a specific role that you occupy in real estate, put it. Because why? When I come to LinkedIn now to search for what's it called? To search for um, let's say a customer service in real estate, right? If customer service is not in your, it's not part of your headline or part of your profile, trust me, your profile might not come up. You may probably have been able to give a lot of value, render a lot of value to the company that you work for, but you're not putting the right keyword that can make someone else to discover you. Let me be honest with you, especially real estate guys. See, there are a lot of people that are looking for people who can actually help them sell, right? They are looking for marketing guys in this real estate guys, real estate companies. They are looking for people who can actually help them sell. So, but when you have included, if you have not included the things that can make you visible to them, you might just be missing out on opportunities. So show value, be aspirational, align whatever you put there, align it with your resume. That's your CV. Align it with your resume. So don't do this, don't use buzzwords, don't use ninja. You know, Tola was saying something the other time. He said, yeah, you want to put your email, you're saying sexy baby. What's sexy? I don't understand. What's sexy baby? I don't get it. So don't use buzzwords, don't overstuff your keywords, just list job titles. Job title and what you do, the value you can offer. For me, I'd included two major key areas. In fact, there are three. But what I did is merge two together, and then put one separately, right? So if you check again, I will not display that again. So if you check again, you'll see it. My role, if you are looking for me, this is me. This is what I do. Like this is part of what I can do, right? And then this right here, this right here is the additional whatever that it is that I can offer you. Um, so also, I know sometimes we get lazy and you just want to go and copy someone else's headline and you paste because you think that you guys are doing the same thing now. So why not? Don't do that. Don't do that. So and make sure your LinkedIn is updated from time to time. Don't leave an outdated information. Don't leave an outdated information. Yeah, that reminds me. I promised some people like cover page for their LinkedIn. Don't worry, guys. After the training, I would I will go through the instructions that I gave earlier and see people who actually fit for that. Yeah. So this is about two section. Let's go back to LinkedIn page. But before we go there, tell you, I don't want us to like. I would have said we should be doing it one after the other on the accounts that we actually open. But that's actually like going to take a lot of time because I didn't draft something somewhere that let me be copying and paste for you guys. But I will just show you what you should do. So tell your story in a conversational tone. The about section, I'll show you the about section. I'll display my screen with that. So when we get there, just take note of this. Write it down. Write it down. Write your story in a conversational tone. You don't need a lot of information. I know a lot of people write a lot of things. It's more like a cover page for them. Yeah, it's more like the about section. It's more like your cover page on LinkedIn. But what you want to do is that you want to make it as short as possible. Keep it short and simple. Short in the sense that someone who is like a professional in my field, in your field, or who is even not a professional in your field, like the hiring manager, for example, sorry, the recruiter, like all these HR managers, right? They can see what you have there and they look at what they have as their job role. And they are saying, this thing aligns. Okay, let me check through his profile and all of that. So, who you are, who are you, what you do, why it matters, and then if you need help, if you need help, use AI tools for assistance. Let me get back to it. Let me go back to our LinkedIn page. If you need help, use AI tools for assistance. Sorry, give me a moment, guys. If you need help, use AI tools for assistance. All right. So so let's come to this now. Should I tell you the funniest part? Let me tell you the funniest part. See what I did here. This about section that I did, you can say I keep it like very short and simple, is exactly what I have in my CV. And that was intentional. Let me tell you why. This is my own page now. This is my own. I can decide to download my I can decide to download my profile as a PDF. See it here, save to PDF. The same way a recruiter can also save your page or your profile as a PDF. Let me show you. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me search for your name. Let me look for your name in the comment section. Section. Let me see if we have somebody. Um, okay. Let's see. Okay, Pisca doesn't have account. Let's see Anthony Williams. Sorry. Okay, I don't want to. Don't let me put anybody on the spot. Let me. Who can we use? Who can we use? Who can we use? Okay, I want to use someone that I'm familiar with. That. Okay, let me use Daniel. Okay, Daniel Ajite. I want to use someone that I'm familiar with. I don't want to. Daniel, sorry, we are putting your this thing on air. So we have a couple of Daniel Ajite here. Let me see. I'm looking for this. My own Daniel. I'm looking for. Yeah, this is Daniel. All right. So you can see I'm not connected with Daniel because this is the account that we opened. We actually have a connection on my actual page. This is the account we open for the training. So I can decide to save Daniel's profile. This is where it gets interesting. So what I told you the other time, right, that someone can literally save your what's it called? They can save your they can save your page and then come back to you later. So I'm going to show you what it looks like now. I'm going to show you what it looks like. I'm going to show you open with Microsoft Edge. Let's see what we have. Give me a moment, guys. Okay, yeah, I have it now. It's on. So let me share it on my screen. Okay, can you see my screen, guys? Can you see the profile that I downloaded? Let me be sure we can see that because I'm working from a studio. Do you understand? Like I have a software that I'm using, so I have to be sure that what I'm displaying, what I'm projecting, is exactly what you can see. Please confirm that you can see what I'm displaying on the screen, guys. Are we together? I really need to be sure that you can see what I'm displaying on the screen. That's exactly what you can see. I need to be sure that that's exactly what you can see. I'm in this comment section, section now. I'm trying to. Yeah, great. Thank you, Top Lover. Okay, great. So if you look at this now, you can see this is. I know some people don't actually know this. You just feel like LinkedIn is a page that I just gonna put my information, just there. You understand? Now look at this page. Now look at this. This is a CV on its own, right? So everything that he has on his page, everything that he has put there is what I have here now at my disposal. So as an hiring manager, I can decide to save this. So this is where it gets more interesting, right? Because they can decide to save this, and when they save this, what then happens after is that they can um, they can save several other persons' profile as well. When that is done, they can now look through it or pass through these things through what's it called applicant tracking system and see if it actually fits into what they are looking for, especially if they have a lot that has been downloaded. They can have some people that are sourcing these things for them. Yeah, they can have like agents that are sourcing these people's CV and all that for them. So you can see that everything that this guy has, LinkedIn profile, his top skills. So LinkedIn actually allows you to put three top skills forward. Three top skills forward. We're going to get to that. Then the certification that you have also, everything. Don't let's linger on this. Let's move on. Let's move on. Because I want us to finish by 7. Let's move on. So you've seen the about section, right? Make sure it replicates, like it speaks of who you are, what you do, why it matters, like how you have. In fact, the way I did my own was like I put the value, what I have done, I put it there so that you can see it. So when you see it at a glance, you know, oh, well, this guy can do this. So then you need to like update your experience with with results. Good. If you have your CV properly drafted, let me give you a pro tip. What you can do is have a standard CV already that you use, not like for all the applications. Have a standard, like one that shows all your experience from beginning to the end. Everything that you have done, your leadership role, everything, put it there, right? So when you put these things there, you can keep this separately. Then when you now have to, what's it called? Maybe update your LinkedIn profile, you can just copy and paste. It's that simple. Don't stress yourself. Your LinkedIn profile, let it have everything. Let it have everything, everything. But when you're now applying for jobs, your CV, like Tola mentioned, let it be tailored to the job role that you are applying for. You cannot be applying for a risk management manager's role, and we are seeing what's it called, a brand manager. Nah, it doesn't allow. You get. So in your experience, I will display my screen again with that. In your experience, use bullet points. It makes it clear. Like it makes people see what you have there. Focus on what you did, who you did it for, and results. Right. So I left this blank because I wanted to use my own as an example. So let's get to that. So I wanted to use mine as an example. Where's my profile? Check on. Okay. So the top three skills that I mentioned earlier, right? So if you look at this page here, if you look at the page that I just shared now, right? Yeah. All this editing, right? Everything that you need to edit, you can edit it here. Everything that you need to edit, you can edit it here. You can edit it here. In case you don't know how to see, this is education, this is skill. So top three skill, right? Make sure you put all the, like, you can put as many skills as possible. Do you understand? You can put as many skills as possible, but make sure that at least you put your top three skills first. So if you put your top three skills first, what I will do for you is that LinkedIn will push it up like this. Let me show you. Um, where's my? Okay. So LinkedIn will push it up like this. You can see this here: risk management, creative problem solving, and audit. So that when anybody has to like check your page, right? After That's why you need to understand that these things are important step by step. Remember, every editing that you need to do, you can do it here. Do you understand? So after you have fixed this, you have fixed this, you have fixed this, right? You have fixed this. I have a verification. That one is another story for another day. So the about section, right? You can, after you have done with that, ensure you put your top three skills at, I mean, here, right? You just go to your profile and put your top three skills: risk management, creative problem solving, audits, and all that. So whatever it is that your top three skills are. When I talked about posting the other time, this is one of what I was talking about. So yeah. So coming to this now. So for every job role that you put, for every job, sorry, I mean, yes, for every job role that you put, for everything that you do, right? LinkedIn will still ask you, what are the skills that aligns with these things? So that if someone is looking for skills now, they know what they are looking for. Let me bust your, let me, let me use that word. Let me surprise you a bit. I'll bring this down very fast now, but I'll bring it back up again because I want to show you something very quickly. I want to show you something very quickly. This is the more reason why this is not those kind of training that you should actually use, because
Like I said, I want you to be able to like think, to be able to like think like a what's it called? Like a recruiter yourself. Mm, did I put it here? Yeah. So if you have a look at like at this now, I mentioned something like Boolean search the other time. So Boolean search is a tool, right, that allows you to that allows a recruiter to be able to search for specific role. So they are going on LinkedIn. They need someone who is a risk manager. What they do is that they use this tool to get people who fit specifically into that category. So, like I said here, Boolean search uses symbols or words like and or not. These things we use these things on a normal day, but you don't know that it can actually be a tool to combine keywords and phrases to refine or filter your search results. That's what they do. Let me show you how it works. So I'm looking for the position of an internal auditor now. For example, let me go back to this. So this is LinkedIn, for example. So I go to search. I'm looking for the position of an internal auditor. I want to streamline my search to be exactly what I want. What I just need to do, put it in quotes. Whatever you want to search, put it in quotes. See it here. Internal auditor. Remember that when you search for things, most of the time, right, the search engine would bring other suggestion for you. Suggestion like um, maybe any job role that maybe directly or indirectly aligns with what they are looking for. But if you have done this, what it does is it helps you to streamline. It filters out all the unnecessary stuff. So what it will give to me now is internal auditor. Anywhere internal audit has been mentioned. That is why using the keywords that aligns with the kind of job role that you are looking for, that is why it is very important. What I mentioned earlier that at your in the headline, some people will write um i'm I'm very enthusiastic about being a this, being a that. Bro, no, put keywords. Hey, Jesus, I have a call. Sorry about that. So put keywords, right, that directly aligns with what you think a recruiter would have in mind when they need to hire someone like you. Do you understand? Good. So you can see now. So if I'm a recruiter now, all I just need to do is click on people. I'll click on people now. So you can see, look at the profile. This is how you get filtered out without knowing. This is exactly how you get filtered out without knowing. So ensure that you have these keywords. You have the keywords that aligns with your business. You have it in your profile on your profile. All right. So when it comes to like optimizing your LinkedIn, right? When it comes to optimizing your LinkedIn, there are tools that you can also use. So what those tools does for you is, mm, okay, there is one that is Career Flow. If you can see my screen, if you can see my screen, you can still see my screen. Career Flow, careflow.ai. So what those tools does for you is that, you know, if you have completed your profile, for example, everything is settled, right? If you now use careflow.ai, for example, what it does is that it will score your profile. It will give you need to add it like add it to your Google Chrome, add it as an extension. If you don't know how to do that, we can discuss that later. Add it as an extension. So when you do that, when you now jump on LinkedIn, it will come like as an icon. You understand? It will come as an icon. It's a free tool actually, but they have other paid versions and all of that. But it's a free tool. So when you use this, it score your profile, and once it scores your profile, it can also tell you the areas that you need to focus on. So if you do not take anything home from this training, if you do not take anything home from this training, take note of this, right? Careerflow.ai. I'm not promoting anybody. I'm not promoting any brand. I'm just telling you tools that can help you be a better person or better position yourself, right? So when you sign up with them
and you add it to your add it as a Chrome extension for you that you are using Google Chrome. I'm using Microsoft Edge, so I may not be able to do that. So, and you add it to your Chrome extension. Once you open your LinkedIn, it comes out somewhere on your page, and it helps you to score your LinkedIn and then tell you where you need to improve, what you need to do, how you need to do it, and all of that. So, I mean, the ball is in your court. So let's move on very fast. The time is fast spent, so I'll run. I will really have to run. I'll really have to run. I decided to use a slide so that it gives us a sense of focus and direction. So I've talked about skills, right? So I don't want us to dwell on this again. I've talked about skills. So now this part is also very, very interesting. Remember what we are doing. See, some of you might get impatient and be like, Omo, this thing is too long, this process is too long. Guy, bro, see, I really advise you that if you want to get serious, this is where it starts. If you really want to get serious, this is where it starts. Like, if you really want to get serious, this is where it starts. So, if you have a colleague in school, maybe that trusts you, and don't worry, I will show you the recommendation section. You have a colleague that know that okay, this guy is brilliant, this guy is good, this guy can do this guy can do that. Ask them for a recommendation. Don't say until you get a job. Mm-mm. Don't wait till you get a job. Ask a colleague. If you are someone like I mentioned, someone who's in the tech space and you run business, ask the client. Let them give you recommendation. Do you understand? Let them give you recommendation. Right? It is not mandatory. It is absolutely optional. But what I can tell you categorically is that it helps a lot. It helps a lot. So, but another a strategy that you can use that can work for you is you can decide to write someone a recommendation, and then they request a recommendation from them also, and they give it to you. So let me take you down to the recommendation section because I don't want us to be doing theoretical. Like I want us to really be seeing what I'm talking about. Do you understand? So that when you are doing this thing yourself, when I'm not there, you know where to click, you know what to do. Yeah. So um, this particular building is not. Um, let me okay. Shegun Marakia. I would have loved to like sign in into my account really for you to get what I'm saying. But like I said earlier, always use this button. It's there for you at your disposal. But however, the accommodation is down here. Recommendation is down here. So you can decide to give. I've given recommendation to guys. So you can decide to give or you can receive, you can request. Do you understand? So once you come to this section, you can actually request recommendation from this section. Do you understand? So like I don't want us to draw too much on that. But if your account is new, if your account is new, you may not see this here. Like you can see here. See, you may not really see that here. So just use the profile button and every update that you need to make every editing that you need to make to bring it out for you, experience, education, and all of that. Yeah, so let's move on. Guys, I want us to finish by 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. So I know you, but I don't want us to. Okay. So then I would say this to you. I'll say this to you guys. Think of, that recommendation itself. Think of it as LinkedIn reviews. You understand? Because you are a brand, you're a business owner. Do you know that as a job seeker, you are you are a product yourself, and what you're trying to do to someone who is recruiting you, you are trying to sell yourself. You are selling yourself to let them know that no, you are the man, you are the right product that they need. You get so. Most business owners will ask you for reviews and tell you, please review, send me a review, give us your feedback, excuse me, give us your feedback and all that. So the same way, you are a brand, a business owner, because you are the product and you are helping yourself to
get noticed, and then for someone to believe that this product is the right one for them. So think of it as a review line. You know, the same way, like I mentioned, okay, I've said that already. So, like I said, it is not mandatory. Having your recommendation section is not mandatory. For me, I don't have recommendation, but I have given recommendations to guys. You understand? Right? It is not mandatory, but you can request from people. Someone might not think of it, but you can request from them. When you request from them, what they do is that they give you the recommendation, and I can, if I go get on your page now, and I really want to understand your personality, I don't have much information about you. I can go down to see what are people saying about this guy. You get me? Aha. So moving on, I've talked about this already. Customize your LinkedIn URL. We've talked about this. We've touched on this. Make it clean and professional. You see what I did there? I made it in a way. If you look at my own URL, you can go and check. If you look at my URL, you'll see that what you'll see, Shegun-Murakinyo. Straight to the point. Shegun-Murakinyo. If you like, you may not want to include hyphen. I included hyphen because someone somewhere may have actually updated their own part also, and then it is Shegun Murakinyo on their end. As you can see, a lot of Shegun came out. Shegun Murakinyo came out when I tried to search for my name. Yeah. So let's move on. So now let's get to this. Before I talk about this, let me now finalize the optimization aspects when we talk about LinkedIn optimization. I've talked about Boolean search, right? I'll come back to this. I know this precedes other slides, right? I'll come back to it. I'll focus on this for now, right? For some of you who need this information, right? I don't know if I can share this slide with you guys, but I can put this information out for you guys later. Just remind me. But well, you may not need it. You're not a recruiter. But if you want to know how these things work, right, you can request. I'll send it to you. So optimizing your LinkedIn, make it a responsibility for yourself, in a sense that it's yourself that your you include, like I mentioned, what is just most important. Trust me, guys. What is just most important is the keywords. The keywords. When I'm searching for something, will I be able to see you? How do you align your this thing? And then the first thing that they see when they are looking for you. So if a recruiter wants to like look for people who are like in they are looking for multiple roles, maybe like a risk manager and internal auditor. So they can use this kind of Boolean search like keywords like and when they are using it, they will use it in the capital letter. I don't think you need this information. But I'm giving you as a background because, like I said, this is a master class, and I don't see it as me touching the surface. I want you to see things from HR perspective, from someone who is trying to recruit somebody. Do you get? Because if you are seeing it from someone who is trying to recruit somebody, it helps you to know what you should do. When I'm not there, I mean, it will minimize the number of questions you need to even ask me. When I'm not there, it helps you to know what you should do, how you should do it, and like what is most important for you. So, for an HR that is looking for someone like risk manager or internal auditor, they can put it as in the search engine. You can try it right now as we are talking, as we are speaking. You can try it right now. Go to even you can try it on Google, try it on search engines, but try it more on LinkedIn. You can put risk manager, put it in quotes, then or if it is risk manager or internal auditor that you're looking for. So put the or, make sure the or is in capital letter. When you put the or, then put the next one. The or is or. So the next one you put in quote also internal auditor. When you do that search, what you get is internal auditor and risk manager. You will not see anything outside that. Like you will not see anything outside that. Or no, so I mean internal auditor or risk manager. So it will give you those two results. But if it is and so like I said, let's just really move on very fast. I don't want us to. So parentheses also you can use parentheses. Parentheses helps you to like group words, keywords. I want you to try these things out so that you'll see how these guys try to get to enter your DM and say, they think you are the right person and they want to have conversation further with you. See, let me tell you something. Sometimes in sometimes in 2023, yeah, 2023, I got a DM. I will show you. I got a DM from someone, and the person said
this. We are looking to fill this particular role, and um, I would like to discuss this further with you. Please let me know when you are available and all of that. Why? Because I have given that information that is enough for that person to know that this is what this person does, and this person has what I'm looking for. Let me enter and talk to this person. Do you know that I actually thought it was a scam? I honestly thought it was okay. Someone is saying something is not like enough. So I'm just seeing your comments now. I honestly thought he was a scam because I'm like, what? Who does this? I mean, in this age that we have, we reach out to you. Like each employer will reach out to you and tell you we are looking for this and that and that. I missed the opportunity, guys. I missed the opportunity because I felt like because my country, like I mean, you are in my country now, in Nigeria. My country has made it look like everything that is good that can come to you safe because it is too good to be true. And it just look like a scam. And you're like, bro, what? Ah, no, no, this has to be a scam. So I missed the opportunity not because I don't have the required skill, not because my LinkedIn is not properly designed, but because I, I saw I thought it was a scam. And for you, that is why you need this knowledge. Because tomorrow now, you would optimize your LinkedIn and everything will be okay. And then you just get a random DM. So, I mean, you can even get the DM from me. You just get a random DM and you're wondering, no, it's not possible. Like, it's not possible. No, I'm not. Before I responded to that message, then it took me like 2 to 3 days. Then the lady said that she gave me a number, dropped her contact there that I should call her, like, or I should give her my contact. Anyone that is easy for me. I didn't give her my contact though. I wanted to be safe. So she dropped her email as well. I just shoot her a mail. But I guess she didn't get my mail because I sent the mail a week after. It was later. In fact, it was later that I realized that this person was actually not a scam, but the opportunity was called. Don't be like me. So I mentioned earlier that your profiles can be downloaded as PDF, but that is only available on desktop. It cannot happen on mobile app. So as mentioned earlier, treat your LinkedIn like a living resume. Treat your LinkedIn like a living resume. Guys, if you really want us to like do it step by step without like running through slides, trust me, that will be like a different class that we can take later. That cannot be now. That will not be now because um to put it out there, I have 2 exams I need to do today. But I still like I really have to be here. My commitment to you guys. So I need to, you understand, it can be now, and I have other exams coming up in subsequent weeks. So I really need enough time to get myself on track. To get. So we can talk about this later. We can do more practical stuff later. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Let's discuss. You get. But one thing I know I have tried to do is to ensure that you have all the knowledge that you need to start up, like to launch out. Yeah, you have all the knowledge that you need to launch out. We've talked about how you can open your LinkedIn account. We've talked about how you can use the right keyword, especially when you are being searched for. We've talked about, oh, there's one important thing. We've talked about, I'll mention it. We've talked about how employers can literally just reach out to you. What else have we talked about? We've talked about several things, right? But before I talk about my final tips for you guys here, the last thing I would like to mention to you guys is, see, I on the flyer that we pushed out, I mentioned that how to reach out to employers, right? How to reach out to employers to like strategically position yourself and all of that. Now, to let them know that you are fit for whatever role that is, I mean, whatever role that you are looking out for that is available for you. So this is how you can do that. You can send code mails. I don't know if you've heard of code mails before. Go and read more on it. But if you've heard of code mails before, right? You can shoot them a code mail. And by code mail, I mean you can enter their DM. See, LinkedIn has one thing. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. I'll bring this down. Let me show you. Remove and add. Wait. Give me a moment. Which one am I forgetting this? Okay. Okay, I mean, look at this is what we are talking about here. If you look at name, I mean, before I even go to that, how can okay, okay, yeah, okay, okay. So let's come to this. Okay, great. So LinkedIn has something. Now remember that I'm not in connection with Chef Morakel because this is a new account now. Like this is a new account. I can't remember putting any restriction on my account, but some people can do that, especially if you are using a paid version. So let me search for Chef Morakel and try to message Chef Morakel. View profile, full profile, and then try to message him. You can see. So LinkedIn is telling me that I have to like have a premium whatever before I can shoot this guy a message. See what I can do. Like if for you, right, you can decide to steal from LinkedIn. I'm not saying steal, no, don't quote me. I'm not saying steal. I'm saying that you can decide to just try to use their free version because I think there's option of 30 days. There's a 30 days trial that they give to you for you to be able to like do so many things that you want to do and they encourage you. Let me see if we can see can message. But for me in the past, Sha, I've been able to let me try and use my own LinkedIn account. Let me try and use my own LinkedIn account. Let me try and use my own LinkedIn account. Just give me a moment, guys. Don't worry, we are still together. Just give me a moment. I'll bring this down. But I want to log because I need to log into my own LinkedIn account. But you'll be seeing my face. My face is pretty enough for you guys to see now. What do you think? We are not done, Isaac. Where are you running to? We are not done. Don't worry. Just calm down. Just calm down. Just calm down. So okay, yeah. Just a moment. I want to log into my LinkedIn page. Okay, so I'm in now. Let me share. Okay, let me share. I'll come here. Just give me a minute. Let me see who is it I'm not following. Adekunle, Yetunde, SNL, um, Oyewumi Ojo. Okay, okay. I mean, okay, as the case is, so it looks like you can't message without following those people. So what I would advise is if there's okay, let's do something. Let's get back to the slide. So what I would advise is because I just reconfirmed now, you can actually send them a DM except you are connect with them, you've connected with them already. So what you want to do is let's start with your field. Which field are you? And what are you looking for? What is the position that you are looking for? My name is Anthony Williams. My name is Anthony Williams. For example, my name is Anthony Williams. And as Anthony Williams, I'm looking out for what kind of job is that? Uh, Anthony Williams, let me see what we treat that name. Like a brand manager. Sorry, a manager of a bank. Yeah. So I'm looking for that specific job, right? Anthony Williams, the manager, customer service manager with EcoBank, with what's called Union Bank, with Unity Bank, with any bank or whatever it is. What you should do, let me give you a recommendation. Don't tell anybody. Just keep it somewhere. What you should do is jump on LinkedIn. Once you jump on LinkedIn, go into the what's it called? Go to the search engine in LinkedIn, the search box. So search for that particular bank. I would advise you to use those tools like Boolean search tools, right? Use that Boolean search tools that I explained to you guys. Put it in quotes, right? Search for Union Bank. Once you search for Union Bank, it will bring everything about Union Bank, people in Union Bank and everything. Once you get that information, look at people that you can actually shoot a message. Send them a connection request. Once you send them a connection request, once they accept the connection like this, guy, draft your mail. Now, when you are drafting your code mail, it's a code mail really. So when you're drafting it, don't enter their DM and say, "Hi, Tunde, please, I need a job. Please, I need this, I need that." No, 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 guy. All the value that you have, hmm, everything that you've acquired over the years, even as a student. That's what I'm telling you guys. As a student, right? Don't say I'm leaving school and I don't have job experience. There are platforms where you can learn, like where you can intern. I gave you guys an example of Farage. You can go to Farage, intern there. Like there are big companies that they've positioned themselves, like they've partnered with Farage to to give you the opportunity to be able to like do what they do. So they have already done a simulation that is like their day-to-day activity. So that simulation, what it does is that it allows you to have in-house experience, even as someone who is coming from outside, in-house experience based on what the kind of job that they do. So gather all those things together. Gather all those things together. For you that want to go to Big Four, gather all those things together. Put it on your LinkedIn page. So put those things together. When you want to shoot a code mail, reach out to the person, maybe like a manager there. Sometimes HR will not answer you because they have thousands of people reaching out to them. So reach out to maybe like a senior person there in the company, maybe if you're in the audit space, head of internal audit, union bank. So when you do that, send them a message, dear this thing. I trust you're doing very well. Um, I am this also person. I finished this. If you finish with a good grade, put it there. If you do not finish with a good grade, so to say, it's not doesn't mean that it is bad. You don't have to include that, but make your value seen. I have experience in this. I have done this. I've been trained on this. I've been trained on that. I can send you guys a format later. Just you guys should just put up a reminder with me. Someone should put up a reminder with me. I'll send you a format later. So put it there. Best regards. Thank you very much. And some of them can request for your CV. I have done it in the past, so it's not. I'm not alien to it. Do you understand? I've done it, and it has landed me interviews. I'm telling you the truth. So don't think these things are not possible. These things are possible. Do you understand? Yeah. So don't get to the point where you get frustrated about job before you know the right thing to do. Get yourself ready. Shoot that code mail. Do the right thing. Make sure you put the right keyword in your LinkedIn, and you just see yourself imagine to be that person that you want to be. So on my final tips, a strong profile equals to more visibility. Be active, be intentional, be real. Your LinkedIn should represent your best self. On a final note, some of you that have left, some guys that have left, they will not get this final tip now. But this is for you. I've mentioned careerflow.ai the other time as an extension that you can include. But there's another app that you can also use to track your job application. Guys, nobody will tell you all these things. You can use Notion app to track your job applications. You can use it to track your schedule. You can. I'm not like I said. I'm not. I'm just telling you tools that can help you. That can help you to like be efficient, be productive, and to land the kind of job that you want. Because sometimes you can roll out a lot of applications. You're confused. Did I really apply here? Where are those places that I applied? Do I need to like send a reminder? Having putting your like having what's it called Notion app, opening a Notion app application, and keeping track of your job. You can open the if you need guidance on that, you can reach out to me later. We can discuss further. So it will help you to be able to like put all those things, all those places, the companies, what you have applied for. I wish I can project my screen right now, but our time is fast spent. So it helps you to like position all those things and it helps you to be more productive and efficient. So guys, thank you very much. It's really been a nice time being with you guys. I think this is where we end the class. But I tell you for free, we still have a lot coming. Yeah, we still have a lot coming. So one thing I'm going to do is that while the page, is about CV and LinkedIn optimization training and all of that, I see that a lot of people have actually reached out to me, and I see that a lot of people actually need assistance on one thing or the other. I'll try as much as possible to see how we can make it more structured, right? In that we have people that can also contribute in a way. I want everybody to contribute on the platform. You understand? I want everybody to contribute on the platform. Yeah. So
I'll find a way to make that happen. But guys, you give me that time that I need to prepare for all the things I have ahead first. Then after that, we can now discuss further. So if you have any question, make sure you reach out to me. Then please make sure you subscribe. Subscribe to you Tol's YouTube channel, like I mentioned earlier. So this is called Tola's information again if you need it. I will not be projecting a lot of information about myself, but this is Tola's information again if you need it. And for me, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. What that would do is that there will be upcoming trainings, several trainings that may I can just decide and conclude with someone and then just jump on, let's go live. You understand? So if you subscribe and you click the notification button, what that would do is that it will really help you. It will help you to get notified whenever I go live, whenever I want to just talk about one thing or the other. So, and also make sure. Well, I would also advise you can follow me on LinkedIn if you want to. I would advise that you do. So you can follow me on all social media and do let's discuss. For those of you that we're already connected on WhatsApp, we can take different discussion and conversation further from there. Guys, I love you. It's been a nice time being with you guys, and I hope that you have learned a lot. I want you guys to be putting in the comment section what you guys have learned before we just close the session, what you've learned and what did you gain? Like what did you gain? What did you gain? What did you gain? What did you gain? What did you gain from the session? Yeah. So Abib said he has learned a lot. Thank you so much, Abib, for the feedback. I love that. I love that. I can see you guys are already subscribing. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. So yeah, okay. Yeah, to put this out there as well, I don't like to talk about this publicly, right? Really, but if you check my WhatsApp profile, you see that I have so many things in there. I'm a busy. Let me just give you a short profile. I've not talked about it before. Um, Apart from being in that profession that I do, I'm also an entrepreneur and I do several other things also. So we can discuss further, guys. Catch you guys. Thank you very much for being here and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, guys.